You didn't hear that.
You didn't hear it.
Nope, never mind. We'll let him.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and Mayesboy 91, Menaki, and call sign Suitcase.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Maximum Mouthage Mayhem.
I don't think it was that. I think it was old people smell.
Echo. The rainbow.
It's Magma and the tiny
and
horse.
The tiny horse.
Damn.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, I think I just
Maximum Mouthage podcast.
Season 3.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Maximum Mouthage here tonight. Ready
Mouthomaniacs.
for your ear holes. I am Mayesboy 91 over here with Mr. Menaki
Hello.
and call sign Suitcase, also known as the real life Peppino Spaghetti.
I cook the pizza.
You cook it to pizza.
I cook
You
it to
cook
pizza.
You cook it to pizza. Yes, indeed. But tonight we are going to have an actual serious discussion about the 8th grade.
Just the 8th grade?
Nah, school in general. I know the one podcast we had a while back, we kept alluding to that. What happened in 8th grade? What happened in 8th grade? No, we're actually going to sit down and talk about school. Because, I don't know, I think we got some stories, at least, Menaki and I.
Yeah.
Suitcase, I don't know about him, who will have to jock his memory a bit.
Suitcase doesn't know what Suitcase is thinking about.
No, I don't.
Suitcase is just here.
Yes.
I'm monkey moding. Let's go, boys.
Monkey mode.
Monkey mode. I gotta do the funny little walk too when I go to leave. You know what I'm talking about? The one where they like hunch their backs and like just kind of sway as they're moving.
So before we even start, I got a serious question. Suitcase, what's that game you've been playing lately?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, what was that game?
What was it?
The massive online multiplayer game that's available on both mobile and PC.
It's not an MMO, you dumb fucker.
But massive multiple people play it.
You are.
That's two completely different things.
It is. I was about to make a Final Fantasy 14 joke. The critically acclaimed MMORPG with a free trial all the way up to now level 80 with
Level 80.
yeah or 70. 70, yeah.
Wow.
Including award-winning DLC Heaven's Ward and also award-winning expansion Stormblood for free.
What is that available on?
Everything.
You heard it here, folks. Everything.
Except for Switch.
Hashtag we're not sponsored.
I mean, but listen to Square Enix if you want to sponsor.
No way.
Yeah, they sue us. It's like, yeah, you're promoting our game. It's like, dude, we're doing you a favor.
Your
Final
game
Fantasy.
is free.
Final Fantasy 14.
But, like,
Online.
we are going to sit down and have a serious discussion about school, about the trauma and bullshit that we went through, and the good memories that we had, of course.
Which outweigh the bad. Hopefully.
Yeah. So,
Who knows? I could be completely wrong afterwards.
yeah. One of the early things I remember. So, I'm pretty sure I was held back a year because I had to go into special ed. And being in special ed, I felt very... What's the word I'm looking for?
Special?
No. I sure as fuck did not feel special. That's her fucking shit.
I got him.
You know, it's a good one, or it's late when he breaks me. I don't break that easy.
Yeah. No, very just disjointed from people, I guess. Very.
What's the word that immediately just special?
Very disjointed, segregated.
By God's light, I smite thee.
Very disjointed, very segregated from the other students.
So you felt like an outcast.
Yeah. And I mean, I had one friend I remember that had the same name as I did, but he had his own kind of group of friends. So I was mostly just by myself. And since I was an only child, really, I just like kind of played my Game Boy and drew cartoons and stuff and kept to myself. Yeah. And I remember the special ed class I was in. I don't even know if this guy's alive anymore. I don't think he is. But Mr. Lars' class, pretty sure I mentioned him in one of the other podcasts we did.
Yep, name sounds familiar.
Where he would put all his weight on you.
Oh yeah.
I heard about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who don't know, I think I did this in the trauma podcast, if I remember correctly.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So go back and listen to that. I'll just give you the brief here.
The guy's a jerk.
Yeah, for him to make people and kids calm down, he would lay on top of you and then slowly put all of his weight on you, which I don't think that's legal now.
Yeah.
I don't think it was legal then.
Yeah. And the helper, he had Mrs. Olson. She was a fucking witch with a capital B. She just... She was supposed to be my helper to keep me focused and shit, but
Yeah.
she was fucking terrible. And Uncle Norm, he kind of just isolated you in a room. That was about it.
Dang.
But I was there for a few years. And then I moved down here to Falconer. That's where I met.
Oh, you were in the special ed class for there too.
Yeah, I was in the special ed class there. And I got in trouble for saying sweet. I was
Really?
I was literally threatened to go to the principal's office because I said sweet multiple times,
Incredible.
which I thought was
See, that's when you go, sweet.
oh yeah. They said if you say it one more time, you're going to the principal's office. It's like fuck you. Wish I could have said that, but
I mean, you could have.
yeah, probably would have been principal's office immediately. But
You would have caught a backhand from your mama afterwards, but
yeah, exactly. But 5th grade, I met Menaki.
yeah.
Now, and that was during Boy Scouts, right? Or was it during school?
It was the summer before school, I think. Because I don't remember ever going on a camping trip unless it was a weekend thing during school, and I'm pretty sure that was more than the weekend. I don't know. Some of those just like they seemed longer than they were. Mostly because I was bored most of it.
Right.
And then you show up with your Ed and Eddie impressions
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
and just entertained all throughout the, what we call a mess tent. It was a tarp
You're right.
up on the poles with over a picnic table laden with food.
Mm-hmm.
And other random crap we don't know where to put anywhere.
Yeah, I remember that shit, dude.
Yeah, and then not a clue if you're going to have classes together afterwards. And boom, here you are sitting next to me in music class.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I tell you what, though, we had a lot of colorful characters when it came to teachers. And one of the ones, I don't remember if I mentioned him on here or not, but fuck it, I'm going to say his name.
You can't not do it
without
unless
saying
you
their
just
names.
say, like, 8th grade math teacher, for example. But
Yeah.
it's like,
So there's a guy named Mr. Glatz.
Oh.
it's scary that's immediately who I knew you were going to talk about.
Yeah.
The second you start, I'm like,
Well, that was the
it's gonna
first
be-
one I thought of. So
he was my homeroom teacher.
I had him for English.
Mind you,
and-
this is 6th grade now, so we're up in middle school now.
Yeah, so we're moving up. So he would see how you're doing when it comes to like the work that you're doing, but he wouldn't just wonder how you're doing. He would
Hi, how are you?
come
how you
up
doing?
behind you and be like,
How are you?
"Hey, how's it going?" And he's rubbing your shoulders as he's asking you. So he's like right in your ear hole doing this while rubbing your shoulders. And it's creepy as fuck.
Yep.
Because I'm sure I'm not the only person he fucking did that to.
Most likely not. Didn't do it to me.
Then we had Mrs. Tordella, the math teacher.
Don't like her.
She had a big fucking smile on her face all the time. Hi, everybody. Let's do some math. Big smile on her face.
That smile will not leave when she told you have detention now.
Oh, yeah. It's like, oh, you have detention now. You're in trouble. You're going to burn in hell. You're going to die. I'm still going to smile the whole
There are,
time.
there are bugs inside of your skin. There are bugs inside of your skin. There are bugs inside of your skin. Peel them out. Peel them out. Peel them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out.
Dude, I had
What?
I had a dream like that once.
Did you actually? That's really funny.
Then let's see. Mrs. Calendar, I had her for reading, I guess the class
I
was.
did have-
6, you were
yeah.
in the same class. You and I had like 3 classes in a row together in 6th grade.
I liked Mrs. Calendar. She was cool.
Great.
Yeah, she was.
She's married now, I think. Because I used to check the school website when I was bored and just read when they would have like the customized teacher pages. She's not a science teacher.
Really?
She's a science teacher now?
Yep.
Interesting.
And I think McElhaney's older him because he retired.
Oh, yeah, McElhaney. Good Lord.
Oh, I can't remember any other teachers in 6th grade besides
Penhollow.
them. Was he was the social
he
studies,
was social
right?
studies.
We had him for what? Did we have him a couple years in a row?
No, it was one.
Just the one?
Who?
Penhollow.
Oh, Penhollow.
Because then he
Superintendent.
slowly started maneuvering himself out of it, hit principal, then hit superintendent now.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Let's see. And even during...
Are we going through like the quote unquote the specials too, like art and music, and are we just doing core classes for right now?
I don't care. Do you?
I'm
just trying to remember shit off the top of my head. Yeah, I usually write shit down. I have like some notes, and that's about it.
I never write
Well-
anything down.
We'd be like, I know we had it for like the whole thing, but we would miss without mentioning Wendell.
Oh yeah, I mean Windows definitely.
Wendell's like the GOAT, really.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
if you remember Suitcases' old story
I love that story.
with the pie.
Pied him in the face for a charity thing.
Yes. Now, if you want to listen to the whole story, you have to go back and find the podcast that we said that in.
Yeah.
And I don't remember which one it is.
I don't either.
So
I
you're
think
gonna
it
have
was
to go
in
back
like
and look.
2. I don't remember which ones.
But yeah, so now 6th grade, I actually did get out of special ed.
Yep.
No longer special, just
Yeah.
normal.
So
Now you're just amazed.
I still had like a study hall where
Everybody
I
did.
got extra help.
Interesting.
You had that all the way still in 6th grade? 'Cause I know you had it
I'm pretty sure I
later
did.
years. Because I was
Yeah, because I had one
slightly part of
teacher
it.
and then I went to another teacher. So I don't know if I should mention her name because we actually talked to her in real life.
Well, I haven't seen her.
The teacher that A. Ryle exploded on.
That was later years.
Yeah, that's why I said I had her later on.
Yeah.
But so
That was still amazing.
oh yeah, it was. We'll get to that.
That was wild.
I still felt
Do you know that story, Sugas?
I don't think so.
Oh, just wait.
yeah.
Oh,
So-
just wait.
Yeah, so I still felt very much like an outcast because I even remember there was a couple of girls who were quote unquote flirting with me, but they were making fun of me,
That's very
and
sad.
I was just trying to fit in. So
I feel
That's
that,
what
though.
everyone's trying to do. Unless you are like quarterback level or like on a sports team, mostly football, nobody cares.
exactly.
Yeah, really.
That's just how it goes. If I'm being honest with you, you got to do something
You're right. You're
to
right.
where people care.
Yeah, and I actually have. So the core memories I have are through drawing books and notebooks that I have, and I would try to complete 2 or 3 notebooks per school year of just random ass drawings and cartoons that I would do. And I still have all those books from all those years ago. So I try to complete them and then, go on to like, this is the 2nd book, the 3rd book, the 4th
Yeah.
book. So, and I just wrote all these stupid ass cartoons back when I didn't know what steroids were. Yeah.
Him too, and the E.
Oh my gosh, E. So there was a character called the E. He just had a big smile on his face all the time. Now he would be like E, but it would be like 10 times higher because I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I remember there was a couple of kids I would hang out with in breakfast. I think sixth grade.
Breakfast.
And we all made a character called Ranger Bob.
Oh my god, I remember Ranger Bob.
Do you remember Ranger Bob?
Yeah, very, very faintly, but yeah.
Holy
no.
fuck.
Do you remember back in the day too? There was that cartoon that we used to watch too, Eskimo Bub. Eskimo Bub.
I don't think I watched that one, no.
Bub. He eats raw fish.
Oh, that's probably where they got the theme
Eskimo
song
Bob.
for Ranger Bob.
Eskimo Bob. He is. Then he belches. Cool.
No, because the theme song that came up with Ranger Bob was Ranger Bob, Ranger Bob. He eats rotten mushrooms. Ranger Bob, he sucks.
Incredible.
That was a theme song.
Ding.
Oh, that, and we were insane and crazy about Homestar Runner.
Oh God.
So that's like I would always draw cartoons about that shit. Even though I don't remember watching an episode, I just the people I hung out with, we just all
Exactly.
talked about them. So, and actually during those early days, I remember I had a Muppets calendar maker.
Yeah.
And it had all these pictures of Muppets doing mundane things like riding bikes, going grocery shopping and shit. And I would always edit my own character into it.
Yeah.
And then I would print it out and show them.
There you go.
And I mean, like, the editing was absolute fucking dog trash. But I don't know why I remember that. But let's see, going on to 7th grade. Who the fuck did we have in 7th?
We had a lot of different people.
No shit. Do you remember Menaki? Because I was kind of hoping you back me up with this
I
shit.
don't think I remember
Give me a
really
second.
anyone. It was
Give
kind
me
of
a second. Give me a second.
It was kind of mid.
7th grade started Mrs. Nelson for English, and then she lived with us like 3 years in a row.
Oh,
We had the-
And we're probably the reasons why she has gray
The
hair.
heavy set Mrs. Anderson for math.
3 and 0.
Who was social studies?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Mr. Schrader.
Was it Schrader?
Yeah,
I don't even remember who that is now.
because
I don't remember either.
his mother was the head librarian, the older, smaller lady.
I don't remember anymore.
I'm trying to remember. English, math, science. Who was science for 7th grade?
We're also stuffed with Mexican food and dessert. So
and
we
it's
can
also
barely-
been like, I don't want to say year-wise, but it's been a long time.
It's been a long week.
7th grade science was Krenzer. Science, social studies. I'm missing one because there was always 5 rooms for
I know. I don't fucking
The wing.
remember anymore.
English, math, science, social studies. No, maybe it did
Krenzer
drop.
was the short, brown-haired dude, right?
His hair was short. Yeah, he's the football coach.
Okay, that's what I thought. Actually, so quick thing about him. I remember he was doing something on a laptop, and he needed help doing it. And it was like a really mundane, simple thing that anybody could do.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Mr. Mays, can you help me with this?" or something like that. I said, "Sure." So I went over.
You
Clicked
would
on it.
you would never get first name bases at him,
Yeah.
which was kind of the cool thing.
So
It was
I helped him.
It was Mr. or your last name or Miss. Your last name. Was
So
great.
I helped him with it. It was really simple. It was like, "Oh, that's really impressive, Mr. Mays." Like, "Oh, okay, I guess." Whatever.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mrs. Anderson too. Now she was. I got a story about her.
Just do it. We're breaking the fourth walls anyway.
Really quick. She was just a very obnoxious teacher, and she would say 0 and 3. So you would carry the 3 with the 0, and it's like, I want to put that marker so far up your ass.
You know who else we had for math? You and me, and Yad.
3.
Kessler.
Oh, the mustache dude.
AIS math.
Because
of her.
Oh, I wanted to drop kick him in the fucking face. Oh, he was obnoxious. But
No, this dude, like, I'm gonna get. You can do yours. Okay. This was how he talked the entire time for math. AIS math.
Lord.
Just monotone.
the whole time, and you wonder why you're falling asleep listening to this the entire fucking class. No. Fuck that. Hey.
And wondered why Yadge tried to do something to occupy his time. And they got kept to get sent to the principal's office.
Yes.
No, he sent him to the principal's office because he wore his hoodie backwards.
I remember that.
Straight up. Like, the hood wasn't even up because the hood's going to be up to cover your face. He just has it backwards. And middle lesson, he starts laughing. Goes, "You can go to the principal's office." And I turn around. He's just got his hoodie on backwards. So? Yeah. Is the hood on your face? No.
Exactly. Hey, if you're a teacher out there, I know it's really hard for teachers nowadays because kids are assholes, but can you make your classes somewhat entertaining or at least be a little bit more animated besides this the whole fucking time?
I know he's... No, you know what we missed with Penn Hollow? Unga Bunga.
Oh yeah,
That was him. Pull Unga Bunga. Yeah, that's fine. You remember Unga Bunga?
Why do I feel like I should
If you're the
remember?
Unga Bunga E, you don't want to get Unga Bunga, but Unga Bunga because if you're gonna get Unga Bunga, it's gonna be the Unga Bunga gonna Unga Bunga you. You Unga Bungy.
Okay, that's
I
pretty
remember.
Like I don't remember like the full context because we never.
It was
went.
something with caveman.
Yeah,
like
but
in
the
that
problem is
era.
I don't remember
Yeah.
us ever going that far back in history
Yeah, I don't
because
know.
that would have been the coolest social studies class in the history of the planet.
Yeah. So going back to Mrs. Anderson. So
As I cut you completely off for like 2 minutes.
we had a friend of ours in that class.
Well, I was in the same class as you.
His first name was, well, we called him Gabe, but she emphasized it, if I remember correctly, to where she said gay. And
Damn.
she kept saying it over and over again, but I don't think she realized it. So the whole time she's saying gay, 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 everybody in the class is laughing it was something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. But anyways, she was saying gay, and everybody was laughing their asses off. And the whole time he's sitting there like, come on, like, what the fuck? And I don't think she got her corrected because we were all laughing our asses off too bad. I mean, I felt bad for him because he was a friend of mine, but...
I remember one. You remember what the doors were in those classes, right? How the doors are almost automatic. They close their own, so you're not gonna yank that thing shut unless you really pull on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop it. We've talked about Johnny Ray was in my class. He and her would go at it, and there was a point. He walked out of the room, grabbed that door, and slammed that thing shut.
Oh yeah.
It echoed all the way down to the 8th grade hallway, and that was a floor below.
Damn.
He would I don't know what it was that he was doing or not doing or getting or whatever, but they would go at it, and he just slammed that door.
I tell you what though, after everything that he went through, he really turned his life around.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Good
say,
on him.
Yeah,
because we've mentioned him before.
Yeah, that's
too.
something like I'm just gonna do.
Yeah, we
We've
do want
probably done it.
like you were saying, we want to emphasize on this the fact that he has gotten his life better.
he has.
And on
Man
track
sells
nowadays,
real
but-
estate. I saw his name. I
Yeah,
saw
the
his face on
man's
a
real
billboard.
estate agent now. It's like it's
yeah.
crazy.
I saw his face on a billboard. 'Cause I'm walking up to
Did
do
you
an appointment
actually?
or something. And it's the old historic building. I think it's by either 7-Eleven or AutoZone. And I glance up. It takes me a second. I glance up again. I'm like, bro, I know him.
Yeah.
Like, not personally, but bro, I know him.
As much as I say that I don't want to go to a reunion, I think I do kind of want to.
I think it'd be neat to see
Yeah.
everybody again.
just at least once.
Just one
Yeah.
time.
Just to check
See how
it out.
things change. See just people have the same attitude.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting close to our 15th.
Shut up.
Yeah, crazy to fucking think about that.
Shut
huh?
up.
That's
Next
gross.
next year's our 15th and
Bro.
our 15th year reunion.
I'm gonna bring this up. Tall boy, the one we went to Retro GameCon with.
Yeah.
He was 8 years old. We were out of high school.
Yeah, I know. Ugh. We're grooming a young man. I can't believe it. We're not beating the allegations, chat.
Yeah. We're
Like-
not being good
I
influencers.
put that math together, and then I just looked at him. I'm like, "How in the world are you friends with us?"
Well, I have friends that are 20 to 25.
I mean, we play D&D with the 70 and 60-year-old. So,
I mean, like one of my
6-year-old feels like I'm making. I was like, "No, if you don't want to play, you don't want to play." Like, I get it.
I mean, I've even played in bands with people who are 70, 80
I
years
will
old.
say this: I am so glad the 7-year-old enjoys as much as he does.
I know.
I
seriously.
really, he loves it.
Yeah. No, he's very enthusiastic.
To
about
the
it.
point, one of the dice towers I bought was for him because he loved the one I bought at Walmart so much. So, is there anything else fun happening?
I can't think of any more for 7th grade.
You know what? I know we had them for like the first like lump of middle school and a little bit of high school. Are we gonna? Well, let's do the 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Then we can move on to like I don't know, like your specials, like gym and all that, just to get because that 6th, 7th, 8th, that was just a lump in that same wing.
Yeah, 8th grade, don't remember much.
8th grade we
Like
had
that really stood out to me.
8th grade we had Nelson for English again. We had Mrs. Arnone for social studies. It was funny because
Mrs. Nelson, I think, secretly hated us because whenever I was in her class, there was always like the rambunctious, like loud kids that would always try to push her buttons.
Things. I don't know how looping exactly works, but I feel like she could have said no at any point.
Yeah.
But she didn't. And she knew she was going to have us again.
Oh, yeah. But at the same time, though, I think she did love all of us. Like, she hated us, but I think we, like, kind of kept her on her toes for, you know, acting out in class. And there was the one time, too, this was in 9th grade, I think.
Oh, I got a long story for 9th grade.
So,
We'll do that
we'll just move on to 9th grade because I don't remember anything
8th
specific
grade
from 8th.
teacher-wise, it was, maybe this will jive part. We had Nelson again. We had LeBaron for math.
LeBaron. Oh, good Lord.
Before
creeper.
he jumped up to whatever he was doing. We had Mrs. Reynolds for science. We had Mrs. Arnone for social studies, which her nephew was actually in my class, so it was kind of fun because she would lose her train of thought and just go to him. I'm just going to drop the first name because I can't say it with emphasis otherwise. And she goes, "Shut up, Joe." He's just like, "I didn't do nothing." It was kind of funny.
Nice.
Yeah, that was about it. Not much exciting happened.
So, in 9th
8th grade was boring. No, you know what happened in 8th grade? RuneScape came out.
Oh,
So
fuck.
Oh, God.
Everybody and everybody and their mother was like, "Yeah, I got level 33 and I learned Fireball and I tamed myself a dragon." I'm sitting there like, "What are you talking about?"
I remember that. So I remember being dropped off at... No, I was hanging out with our tall, big friend that has the two kids. And we all went to the library down in...
Yeah, it's the other one.
Yeah, the other one.
Background music provided by Suitcases being stupid.
I just want to see how long he's going to go for.
You know what I'm singing, right? Like the best song in old school RuneScape.
I know. I'm just
waiting
to see how long I'm going to go for.
They revamped RuneScape, and you can still play old school RuneScape.
Yeah. But no, I would go with him to the library down here in Kennedy, and that's what we do. We'd fucking play RuneScape. And I remember playing on my grandmother's computer, and I really just needed to sit down and play through that again because that was actually really fun. Yeah, that was fucking popular. But was there anything else in 8th grade you could think of? Jog my memory. It's been a while, folks, okay?
It's been a long time. I'm surprised I
don't want to fucking hear some fucking junior Fortnite bitch be like, "Oh, you guys are old." Fuck yourself.
We got a #1 victory royale.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fortnite's about to get...
I play Pokemon Go every day. I play Pokemon Go.
That mic smell good.
Excuse me while I go.
Yeah, you're a little sus.
Little fluffy bucko.
Nope, I got nothing for 8th grade.
All right. So 9th grade, there was a test. I don't remember what the test was.
9th grade is now when you are not isolated to one wing minus your specials. You have everything everywhere.
That's true.
So you're in the rest of the school now.
So
we got unleashed.
Yes. So
I take it back. 8th grade, we were voted the worst 8th grade class in the history of the school.
Oh, I thought that was 9th grade. Oh, yeah, it was.
No, that was 8th grade because everybody ended
right.
up in the project room, and even Mrs. Roach, the principal, was down there at that time, and it's like almost like a tri-monthly basis at that point. It's like, y'all got to calm down, this, that, and the other. But then folks heard some of the teachers talking, and then it always trickles out because you know how school gossip is. That we were the worst worst class in the 8th grade history.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Roach goes, "It's not all of you.
It's most of you."
Yeah. Well, also 8th grade. No, it was 7th grade. We skipped over one big thing that happened 7th grade.
Huh.
I have a back surgery, so I was gone for
That's true.
7 weeks.
Oh, yeah, that was that
Yep.
year, yeah.
Because originally I wanted it to be a surprise and just not show up for 2 months. except for like the select few, like I told like you and Suitcase and Yad and all that. No, Mrs. Anderson gives it away on my last day,
Dumb.
and I'm just like, seriously, like you couldn't let me have this.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody else mentioned it. I had heard the end of the day. No other teacher mentioned it.
That's weird.
That I wasn't going to show up for like 2 months.
That's weird.
Except
Yeah,
her,
so...
But yeah, now we can jump back up to 9th grade.
Well...
Now that my memory is getting jogged all over the place.
Yeah, hold on. I want to go back to being the worst 8th grade in FCS history. So...
I wonder if that still holds true.
I know, seriously.
After like 20-something years, I wonder if that still holds true.
So I remember in our lunchrooms, the big thing that we were doing was popping milk cartons. We would fold the top up and fill with air, and we'd go and pop it. And that was the big thing we were doing. And I remember, like the bad kids table, we're doing that so much. Now, these tables have like fold-in legs.
Yep.
And one of the legs folded in, and all their trays and everything, kerboosh, all over the floor. On the floor.
I remember that.
They all got sent. I'm pretty sure they all got sent to the principal's
they did.
office, if I remember correctly. But didn't we have like a quiet time during lunch because we were so rowdy?
Yep.
I'm not sure.
Because what it was is like a certain grade, a couple grades went to the lunchroom to stand. Speaking of the lunchroom, it's like 2 tiers now.
Yeah, the lunchroom is like 2 floors now. It's really interesting.
So what they did, they took it and it's almost like a restaurant now, right?
Yeah, it is. It's
And
really,
like
it's
so you
really
have
nice
like the
in there.
main thing, and then you go up the stairs, and it's like a lounge thing upstairs, with, like tables and everything, like a restaurant. Because they got the photos on the website, and I'm like, bro, where was
Yeah,
this
it
when
looks-
I
it
was in
looks so
school?
nice.
They revamped the main entrance now. To where, like, if you're going down Faulkner Street, you smack right into it.
Yeah.
Now that's an actual full-on entrance,
Yep.
like a big-time school thing now.
Yeah, yeah.
The gym got redone.
Yep, gym was redone.
Everything. The track got redone. We have
Well,
that
that
big
happened a while
scoreboard
ago.
now.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
That's the kind of shit I
Where-
just want to go back and look at.
where was
It
this
just-
budget when we were in school?
It's just a big shame that, like, especially with the football team and everything, now that we have this nice new stuff, it takes 3 fucking schools to make 1 football team.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
So,
That's
I mean,
true.
Like, the fuck?
So,
No,
okay.
I saw that lunchroom and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
That's bullshit.
like I'll show you after. No, do your story. I'm gonna show you now. Do your story.
So going to 9th grade in Mrs. Nelson's class, I don't know what the test was, but she spotted me like 5 points just so I could pass, barely pass.
Hell yeah.
She's like, "This is the only time I'm gonna do this for you, but you gotta get better."
Thank you.
Like I always did the homework, but I was terrible at the fucking tests. Just, that's how it always was. Yeah, once she realized we were in her class again, she was like, "Oh no, not you guys again." Rolling her eyes.
Like,
thinking
listen,
she wants
man,
to kill
you the
herself.
one who looped. You knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see.
You motherfucker, what are you doing?
Holy balls! That does
Yeah.
not look like our freaking lunchroom. So they get all these fancy shit for the lunchrooms, but the lunches are still garbage. That's dumb.
Bro, seriously, where was this when we were in school?
Yeah, can we just like destroy the rooms so they can have what we had?
No,
And I'm
listen,
rubbing
can
my
we
belly
like
'cause
just
my
go
belly's
like
happy.
get head injuries to have to go back to school just so I can enjoy the lunchroom again? No other reason. I don't care about anything else. Like, screw all y'all.
All right, 9th grade.
So, 9th grade, for me, specifically, you and Suitcase were in the normal stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's
Normal
true.
middle high school stuff. Because 9th grade was like that weird split between middle school to high school. So me, Yaj, I don't know how I'm going to do this without saying full names. I don't want to. And the select few, which I will tell you about afterwards, you'll know who I'll be talking about, were all put in the room for those who will be. It was almost special ed, but it wasn't special ed. It was like we failed so bad
Not special ed.
they didn't think we would be able to handle the rest of it.
Dang.
Oh, didn't you guys do like
It was like
summer school too?
It was summer. No, the summer school was because of later on. Some schools like the year after. But no, this year we the schedule was like U.S. history with a brand new teacher coming in. I had Krenzer again for living environment, which is a whole different form of science than anything y'all were doing. It was just a whole lot like extra. Like we would end up being in a room that turned out to be Markham's room when he came in. It was another room beforehand, but then it got to a point we would for like the first like quarter of the year we would be confined to that room, and the teachers would come down to it. So Krenzer would come down from the 7th grade hallway. Mr. Ricchetti would come down from where Nelson's room ended up being afterwards.
Interesting.
But then it just became, we'd go up there. So we'd go back up to Krenzer's room again and just do living environment stuff. We would go up to Mr. Ricchetti's room. This man's room had its own kitchen.
Well,
with a fridge and everything. He just had a whole thing full of snacks. He's like, listen, if you need something, because I think it was one of them. He was like as pale as that light almost. He was not doing good. He's like, bro, if you need like something, go check my fridge. This dude's fridge is stocked.
That's cool.
But it was just your typical. It was English class, but it was more like a reading class almost. So it would be your typical read a book, do a thing. How you know it would be. His room was so big. Mind you, it was only like 9 of us. As long as we were paying attention to him when he was reading it, he didn't care if we sat in like random parts of the room. He had beanbag chairs and everything.
Damn.
That's fucking cool.
He just didn't, like, he cared, but he just didn't care. He's like, yeah, whatever. He was, apparently for a study hall teacher, he was a douchebag. But next to Nelson, he was legitimately the best English teacher and one of the best teachers I ever had in my entire school journey. He was amazing. To the point where it's, you know how some teachers would be like, after I have you in class, I will not acknowledge you in the history of ever afterwards. I was walking, because it was like the main hall, it was like right across from the cafeteria for a while. I'd be going down there for another class, and I see him walking back from his break. Walked up, I just put my arm on his shoulder, he's like, acknowledged, and he goes, oh, hey. And we talked for like 10 minutes.
That's cool. And
he's like, here, let me get you a late pass. It was my fault anyway. I'm like, okay. Funny thing, it was the late pass was for his wife's class. Because
after what?
It was for his wife's class.
Oh.
So after no, it was still end of the day, but like right after his class, me and another girl, the only 2 of us, had French right after, and it was his wife.
Oh.
So I had both of them for the whole year, one right after the other.
Nice.
She did not like me. As Suitcase well knows, she did not like me. Problem was, I just didn't care.
Yeah.
There was the point, like I was fine in 5th grade. I'm going to get dark with this. I'm going to get dark. I don't care. My mom died in 4th grade.
Yeah.
4th, 5th grade, I was fine. But when middle school hit, I got enough to get by. I would need the extra help. That's why the whole 9th grade year happened.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, I just didn't care. I didn't do the homework hardly. I didn't do this. But somehow I get like high 70s in the regions. And I was like, oh, cool.
Right.
But, yeah, but that was it. 9th grade, it was just separate and different. No, I failed gym in 8th grade because Mr. Childress, the red teacher, didn't understand the concept of my back does not let me do half of what we're doing, much less all of it.
Exactly. So
he just decided, I'm prepared. No matter how many times I told him no. So he failed me, so I ended up having gym every single day for that year. And it was still with Wendell. I might have brought this on the podcast. I don't remember. But it was to the point Wendell understood completely 100%.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I think you did say this.
I'm going to do it again just as a reach because I love saying the story. Even up to senior year, he always marked me prepared, even though I couldn't. When we would be outside, I'd walk the track. If we were inside, I chilled right by him and Mrs. Hardy and Wilcox. I just chilled right by them. But
Another example of why Wendell's awesome.
He, I don't know where he got the time to do this. This dude's teaching all day and then does the wrestling stuff. I don't know where he had time to do this, but in his little book of your attendance, you'll mark you as you for unprepared or P for prepared. Every single day he knew I would be in his class, he had marked for me a P already. And one of the kids asked, and I don't know they're asking because they're just doing attendance because you're doing something, but I heard it. And the kid goes, why is he already marked as prepared when he's not prepared? And Wendell just goes, because he's awesome. I knew the real reason because he understood, but it's like, simple as that.
Suck on that,
But
nerd.
it's like he just has because he's awesome. Left and then the kid's like, okay.
That's fucking
And
awesome.
then the kid asked me after, I'm like, it's literally because of my back. He's like, that's what I thought, but I want to double check. I'm like, no, it's
You have a physical reason why you can't.
8th grade, because it was the year after 8th grade. No, failed me. 9th grade on, Wendell's like, no. Because I was worried about him. He's like, no, you're good. Because he said I could do the stuff in gym from 6th grade to 7th grade just because I didn't have the rods in my back afterwards. He's like, you can still. I'd let him know, like, hey, I have this. He's like, we'll see what you can do, and we'll do it through that way. He got it. 8th grade, he doesn't know jack.
Right.
Because I didn't have Wendell then. But 9th through 12th grade, I haven't talked to me. He's like, all right. I'm like, all right, how are we going to do this? Because it's the first year I have you back. You know I had these. He's like, I got you. Turns out he got me.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
And then this man turns out to be legislature for the city of Jamestown.
Yeah.
Afterwards,
kinda crazy.
which is wild.
So,
And wrestles an Olympic gold medalist to a tie.
so through all this stuff that we were saying, Suitcase, is there anything you'd like to
Yeah.
add? I don't really want to keep you out.
I just don't have a lot of stories. I've just been reacting. I mean, I just don't remember a
It's
lot.
one of those things like, yeah, we had our experiences. He was just kind of there.
I just kind of existed. through
Like,
high
it's
school.
not
I
like a
didn't really have
bad
too
thing
many-
or nothing, but
I didn't really have any bad moments. I didn't really have any fantastic moments in school. It was just school.
I mean, I feel bad doing this whole thing while you're just kind of sitting there. So that's why.
It's fine. I'm browsing Reddit and I'm seeing so much porn.
he's like, excuse me for a second.
I have maintained.
I gotta go clean up.
Suitcase, put the tissues down.
I have maintained a semi-chub this entire time. I've had to ship
Put the lube away.
Not here, man.
cock and ball torture from Wikipedia, the free online encyclopedia.
Ah, shit.
French teacher swore at me. You were there.
Yeah,
Was
I remember the whip.
You were there. She was right. You were right behind me. She's looking right at me.
Do you remember the whip?
Yeah, because you went to crack and it went over my head.
Yeah. Ricketti had a whip.
Like she wasn't aiming it at me, but the way the ended crack,
You know what?
over my head.
I do have one memory I'm thinking of now that we're talking about French class. Do you remember when we had the
Did you ever go on that trip?
what, the French trip? No,
Yeah.
I didn't have the money. I wish. It would have been cool.
I don't want to because I don't want to go to a foreign country with somebody who hates me.
But the big thing that I remember was every year they did the I can't remember what it was called, cultural marketplace or something like that, where we would make food and then have it
In the project room.
in the project room. And the one year,
I remember doing that, too.
I got a story for when you do
the one year I was going to make a chocolate eclair cake, and the day of we get it done. The day of, my mom goes to grab it, and she slips and she grabs it.
Oh, no.
And she grabbed it upside down, so her hand went into the cake. So we both looked at it and just went, shit. So what we did is we put it in a big old bowl and crushed it in and stirred it up and basically turned the eclair cake into eclair pudding.
Ooh.
And then sold it by a scoop.
Fuck yeah, bro.
And we were like,
Did you explain
great.
why?
What?
Did you ever explain why to somebody?
Yeah, they do. I'm like, yeah, I had to turn it into pudding. Why? My mom accidentally got her hand in it, but it was wrapped. It was wrapped too.
So it's not like you're having suitcase mama dreams.
No. It was just like I was just like, "Ah, you bitch." I'm glad I didn't say that.
I know
but-
your mother too. She'd feel horrible.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
mother-
So, I remember that
I loved
cultural food thing.
cultural
because
food thing.
Yep.
We would all make a dish and then like sell. It was like 50 cents or something
So
like that.
one of the things I remember making.
Guess who stood back and watched with their partner because I didn't have any ways to do it? Me.
Yeah. So one of the
was
things
only
I
because
remember
I felt
making, I was in Spanish class at the time. I was in Spanish, and my mom helped me make rice pudding.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Or did you help your mama make rice pudding?
No, well, yeah. So, and I was hoping, oh yeah, we're gonna sell a bunch of stuff, and like 2 people came to the table.
Oh,
Yeah. Problem is, like, even then, it's one of those things. Popular kid, guess what? You're gonna get a whole horde of people. I don't like you. I don't like you. We ain't get nothing.
Yeah. So I remember my mom, my grandma sitting there with me, helping me with it, and no one showed up. It's like, and like the person next to me was like a popular person, and they had some kind of like shake or something like that. It was like a tropical shake.
Yeah,
Yep.
something
There was
that.
like a billion people over there. It's like, cool.
Get
Fuck you too.
Get thanks.
So really quick with this whole school story that we got going on.
Yeah.
We weren't popular kids. We weren't
We
part of,
weren't
like,
bottom of the barrel, but we were nowhere near the top.
yeah,
Not
even
we weren't
close.
we weren't part of the jocks or the popular kids.
Though, to be fair, after my 9th grade class, I was decent with everybody that was in there afterwards. And there
Right.
were some when I came back from my surgery. Never spoke to them hardly, maybe 10 words after, like before. But a lot of them welcomed me back, and then I never speak to them again. What do you...
Those are not strawberries. You know what those are?
Jalapenos?
Those are not jalapenos. Those are worse.
I couldn't tell what.
Oh, my God.
Are they ghost peppers?
Thinking they are. I'm just looking down to see if I could get a...
If you want to be diabolical on Halloween,
Should have covered them with chocolate.
don't do that.
Yeah, it's Carolina Reaper.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Those are
God.
Reapers.
So, like we were saying, we were in our own group, right? And
Yeah.
that's pretty much all we were.
There was one group. It was the tall friend with the 2 kids.
yeah.
He was a part of his own kind of little thing, almost on the same level, but we intermingled a lot.
Oh yeah.
A
Yeah,
lot.
Exactly.
So I would say it's 2 separate groups that mostly came in the middle, because it was always you, me, Yaj,
Yeah.
and the other one,
Yeah.
Right.
and then it intermingled with the other ones now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we weren't bottom of the barrel. We weren't even close. But we also were nowhere near the top.
Yeah, so we'll talk about her in a bit, but one of the teachers said that we were in our own wolf pack.
Yeah.
So we were kind
Who?
of like the one that goes to church. Well, that went to church a couple of times.
The one the arrow blew up on?
Huh?
The one the arrow blew up on?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's the one that said we were in our own wolf pack.
I can see it.
Or like whenever we come into class, there's a wolf pack.
Yep.
So
It got to the... Well, we'll do that later, because that's later on story.
yeah. So it was just kind of funny because we love NWO and the theme song and shit, like walking and shit.
That's walk music.
So it's just kind of funny that we were considered a wolf pack.
You know what's funny?
But
You might know this, but you know where that song originally came from? Porn company.
from what?
Porn company. Rock House was originally for a porn company.
Damn.
Way back when.
Let's
And
go.
I
Some-
can see that.
Somehow WCW got rights for the NWO to use it. Guaranteed it was Hulk Hogan's money.
Let's go.
I can 100% see that.
There's
as a
no
porn
way
tune.
WCW paid for that.
Because most porn songs back then had that kind of kind of.
100%, it was that first, and then WCW got it, but there's no way WCW paid for that. That was 100% Hogan money. I guarantee
You know what's funny though? I do have a pedal that can make that sound, and that's like one of the first things I did when I had it.
Bam.
Oh yeah, I
As
did
you're
that with
rotating.
my guitar. It's like, oh my gosh, I can make porn music.
Hell yeah.
But you mentioned that, so I had to bring that up. 'Cause I
Yeah.
don't think you actually knew that. But if you did,
So-
whatever. Now the people at home know.
Yeah. So some of the other things I can remember.
We're still in 9th grade.
This is just in general. I'm just trying to think of like there was many attempts that I would try to flirt with a girl, try to get a girlfriend or something.
I remember one of them.
And it would always be a train wreck fail. So
I remember one of them, but it wasn't even your fault.
what was it? I don't remember.
Cowgirl. Is when they were doing the roses thing. You were in the middle of the hallway. I don't remember if it was like a specific, like, it wasn't the 8th grade. It was like somewhere. I think it was near Markham's room.
Yes, it was. Because that was my locker was down there.
And you were just giving to her in the middle of the hallway. Cool, fine. Do you, big dog. But one of her friends, I caught this and I told you after. Goes, ew, gross. Meaning you.
Yeah.
That's I'm like, bro.
Yep. Actually, one of the other groups that intermingled with us, the guy that got divorced and now is married again. Again, I don't know if you want me to say your name on here, so I'm not going to. He tried to help me get a girlfriend at one point. I think this is in 9th grade, if I remember correctly, 9th or 10th maybe. And
Are we talking about Yadge?
no.
Tell me later.
He was engaged in 12th grade.
I was talking about two different people apparently when I said what I said earlier. Now I know who you're talking about.
Okay. So
Bro!
he would just
He didn't notice. He didn't even notice. Don't tell him,
Bro!
no,
Don't tell
you
him.
did the sexual
No.
No,
Don't worry about it. He doesn't know.
No.
He doesn't know.
Okay.
Don't tell him.
Okay, so what is it? I'm not going to continue until you say it.
Don't tell him.
Okay.
Bro, we'll have dead air for like 20 minutes.
I have all the time in the world to commit to the bit. Do you have all the time in the world to commit to the
Yeah,
bit?
I can call him for tomorrow for church.
Shit, let's
I can't.
Yeah, I have a backup guitarist now, bitch.
Do you actually have a guitar backup now?
Well, technically, I have two backups or whatever I need them to do.
Yeah.
So technically, yes, I can, but no, I can't.
No, so for the longest time, this is completely off track of what we're talking about, but no, for the longest time, I wanted a rhythm guitarist so I can kind of mess around with lead stuff. And now we finally have an acoustic guitarist to where I can actually mess with lead stuff now. But no, really, what was it?
You know,
Because I'm actually curious.
You know, I'm just gonna cave in a minute, right?
Okay. We wasted that whole fucking time just for that.
No, because it's only funny because you're mid sentence and he doesn't. You don't even notice
you
it
didn't
yet.
even notice it. That was the best part.
That's what makes it funny.
Shit. Anyways,
Anyways, back on
So-
track after we're being foul, horrible human beings.
yeah. So
As usual.
this guy would try to get me a girlfriend, and he chose a girl. Like, he pointed at a girl that was like quadruple my weight, like how I am now.
Yeah.
Double that. She was big. She was like, he pulled her over and he asked her, "Hey, would you date him?" She looks me up and down. Ew, no. I walk away. I was like, "Guess what, bitch?" He's like, "Don't get angry. Don't get angry." It's like, whatever. Just we'll try to find someone else. And then he's like, he pointed at his cousin. It's like, "How about my cousin?" And I really don't want to. I don't want to put this out there if
Just
you're
do
listening
it.
to this.
Just do it.
She really wasn't much of a looker.
Yikes.
So I mean, I'm not saying I'm not implying I'm God's gift to women, clearly, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just had horrible luck with women. But here's the thing, though. There was one girl that I don't remember her name, but she always dressed up as emo. And she had like a lot of like acne on her face at the time. But I think she asked me out and I said no. But then like a couple years later, I wanted to ask her out and I overheard her talking to somebody. If he asked me, I'm going to say hell no. It's like, well, I guess that idea is out the window.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And like years later, like all the acne cleared up and she stopped dressing emo and shit. But yeah, I just had horrible fucking luck with women, which I don't know.
I mean, I have too. I mean, I've been cheated on multiple times. So
I knew the one time. I didn't
No,
know
but
multiple
Oh, it's
times.
happened multiple times now. Yeah.
You straight up middle of the lunchroom, because I was there, and so was how do I say this? I might as well just drop the last name because nobody's gonna figure it out. Webster was there because he was behind me. He almost gave me the okay because he's like, "Listen, I had crush on her for a while. You want to go ahead?" And you had asked her out straight up right there. I was like, "Listen, you did it. You got the answer." And then you and her ended up being good friends afterwards.
Yeah.
I think I might know who you're talking about that he tried to ask out.
Yeah, 'cause, like he hesitated, but he got it out. She let him down good about it.
Yeah.
She wasn't, and I don't know if she wanted to go talk to her table about it afterwards. Like, listen, she let him down easy about it. It was one of those, ew, no, don't ever speak to me again in my life kind of thing.
Yeah, and that really pisses. That
And
really
then-
fucking.
Yeah, that's
that
ridiculous.
fucking pisses me off. This motherfucker's let down easy, and they're friends and all that. The girl's just like, ew, no, and they just fucking like ghost me. It's like, you know what? Fuck you. You're probably fucking triple the fucking size that you were in high school. You
Yeah.
probably have 5 baby daddies, and you probably have 5 fucking kids that you don't fucking take care of. And you're like, oh, I need a big strong man to take care of my kids and I, so I can sit on my fat ass. Well, he pays for everything for me. Fuck you.
I think I
Man,
heard this-
sounds like you have some unresolved
Are you-
trauma that we might want to need to talk
Oh
about.
no, I don't have any trauma
do I
at
have
all.
to pick up the phone and call Dr. Phil? God.
Josh, you can't keep eating all that pumpkin pie. It doesn't fit with your diet. You're going to die.
Fuck you, Lord Phil. I'm eating my depression away.
Bro, you got a lot of depression.
Yeah,
Mayesboy, you
I have
can't
like
keep
a
living your way like this.
I have like a fucking stack of like pumpkin pie trays.
Your dog's looking like a pumpkin pie himself. You look over, buddy's just tinged orange. Just look what you're doing to your baby boy right there. Look at him.
No,
Look how
somehow-
sad he is.
Somehow, Buddy's so big, his feet can't even hit the floor because he's laying down.
He's just
It's
rolling.
like a pumpkin, just like,
He just rolls around to where he needs to go.
oh gosh.
just bark. Oh. And then he's out of breath from barking. Buddy, I love you.
If I ever did that, I would just kill myself.
If you did that, I'd shoot you myself.
No, like if I did that to my dog to where he was that fat, I would kill myself.
I thought I heard something upstairs. No, never mind.
Probably Buddy taking a dump.
I can't believe Buddy's shit in the house.
Oh, did I tell you he did that one of the podcasts?
Did he actually shit like
When
upstairs?
it was either he shit or no, he pissed in the one spot. But there was one of the podcasts that we did. We came back upstairs. He was all fine, and he fucking shit in my room. It's like
He loves you. He gave you a present.
you little bastard.
You little bastard.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you, Daddy. Have some
And the
too.
only time he did that was when he was younger. For some reason, when I first had him and I put him down on the floor in my room,
Pick up my
he would
poo,
always
Daddy.
pee and shit in my room.
Pick up my poo, Daddy.
Listen, you might want to pick up my poo.
Yeah. But no, going back to that, if I ever did that to Buddy, I would just fucking kill myself. I'd be like, Mom, Gordy, take care of him.
Pick up my poo, Father.
But
Pick up my poo, Grandpa.
no, I don't have any trauma whatsoever. What are you talking about? I'm
You good,
perfectly
buddy?
fine.
You sound like you
Wait.
have some. You sound like you have some unresolved problems. You want to talk about that, Mayesboy?
What was? No, that was 11th. Never mind.
Trauma venting number 3.
Nobody liked me in school.
But
So that's what you get for sitting back into it.
I didn't. I shot it your way, homie.
Yeah, but then
No,
you
what-
sat down too quick, and now it's stuck under your butt again. It's gonna waft up through your foot.
no, one of the other things I remember,
It's
just one solid chunk
just
from
a
that.
solid chunk.
Just a solid ball.
Oh, and just like the last podcast where you just let out that fucking horrid autistic scream, I had to lower that like a motherfucker
Did you actually?
because it was so fucking loud. I was like, no, because it was just like normal talk. I was like, it's fucking like just fucking breaking the sound barrier. It's like, no, I am turning that down so we don't scare the shit out of someone. That's nothing compared to what that one was.
Man, that barely spiked.
Yeah. But no, one of the other things I remember, and I think it was like 8th or 9th grade, that there was a trend where some of like the troublemaker popular girls had like Cookie Monster and Elmo and like Sesame Street characters on their folders.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
Like I don't know why I remember this. I just remember one of the girls saying, "Oh, I love Elmo," and she like had all these Elmo stickers all over her folder. It's like
Elmo is kind of baller though.
but
I mean,
like,
Elmo's cool. I mean, they could have picked like.
I mean, Cookie Monster's like a true pimp. We're the count. The count's where it's at, you know.
1 boob, 2 boobs, 3 boob. Oh,
Wait, what?
oh hell no!
3
Runs
nipples.
off.
But I don't know why I remember that, but it was weird.
You're weird.
So
Weird, man. Listen, at least you ain't picking.
He's got problems and he's weird.
At least you ain't picking the little light blue chick or the orange chick. You're picking the ones that matter. Like Elmo and Cookie Monster and Big Bird and
Big Bird's a pimp, dude.
Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar, my man.
so
Snuffle up against.
you said it was the cowgirl that was giving the rose to, right?
Yep.
I think that was the same girl I messaged. Here's a story for you. I don't remember.
I almost wanted to air his dirty laundry, but I'm not going to do it. I was part of it, but I almost aired out. Yeah, just dirty laundry. I was like, wait, no, let me stop.
So
I'll tell you after.
So that I think that same girl, I messaged her on MySpace back in the day.
My God.
When
I had this story at work, bro. I miss MySpace. Like, straight up.
I miss MySpace
I
too.
do.
That was back then when social media was fucking cool.
You could have, like, your own, like, profile background. You could have your playlist playing. It was perfect.
You can edit your background with HTML code and shit.
Make the whole thing go on shuffle. You got
was
the perfect
fucking
songs
sick.
for it.
Fuck you, Facebook.
Think about this.
I'm on Facebook because of social media and shit, and that's the number one social media platform to fucking promote shit on. So
Facebook was fine until AI took it over, and now I don't care. Like, I don't get friend stuff anymore. I get ads for pages I don't care about because of the stuff I liked on Instagram and the stuff I liked on whatever.
no, you're right. You're right.
It's like, bro, go away.
So
I want to look at Mayes's stuff. I don't want and everybody else on my friends list. Go away.
Yeah. So I messaged this girl on MySpace, and we had to go on.
Shout out to Tom.
We had to go onto a cruise. So the whole time, this is back when I didn't have a cell phone or a tablet or anything, or
Well, back in my day,
or a laptop or anything to check this shit.
It was a big old
the whole
bulky
fucking
computer.
time I'm wondering, what did she say? What did she say? What did she say? And got back just for her to reject me. So it's like, awesome.
at least
Waited that time for nothing.
Listen, at least you got an answer. She could have left you on red. She could have blocked you.
You're right. Ah, fuck. Okay.
She could have blocked you.
I might as well talk about more fucking quote unquote drama bullshit.
Oh, boy.
9th, 10th grade rolled around. There was one
Suitcase,
girl.
get comfortable. We're gonna be here a while.
There was one girl that I wanted to date, and her and I never really physically got together. We just always this is back when MySpace first started doing instant messaging, and you had to download a whole separate app for that. Do you remember MySpace? IM.
Oh, God.
So her and I would always message each other back and forth.
Yeah.
And always flirt with each other back and forth, but again, never actually get together to date or anything. So I saw that as dating, but we really weren't.
I mean, technically, you're right.
But I don't like back then. I didn't understand it. Now I understand it now because back then I thought she was serious, and she was like, "Oh, I'm awake at night crying, thinking of you and blah, blah, blah." And the day afterwards, she wanted to break up. But looking back at it now, she was obviously mocking me. And it's like, oh, so that's the tone that she had with instant messaging. Cool. So, what was that story you wanted to say, Menaki?
Which one?
I don't know. You said you tell me after.
I don't know anymore.
Aaron, yeah, just dirty laundry.
Might as well.
You want to do it now?
It's up to you.
Listen, yeah, just don't hate me.
Oh, no.
Don't hate me.
Oh, no. Here we go.
I don't know the aftermath of this, but he had it bad for this, specifically this one girl.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he did this with you, but he did this with me. I would, for whatever reason, like she would get boyfriend. Wasn't him. He's depressed. It's like he's a love-struck puppy that just got heartbroken.
Yep.
For whatever reason, Randy Orton's old theme song put him into feels. Because of the one line. Nothing can change what you've done to me. I'm like, bro, seriously. Like, looking back, I'm like, bro, seriously. But he decided, whatever reason, he decides this when he's on the phone with me, that he's going to call her and profess his feelings for her.
Oh, no.
Yep, he did that to me multiple times.
Bro.
Did he actually go through with it?
No, so I remember there was a couple of times he was at my house sleeping over, and he would have the phone in his hand, like our actual house phone.
Staring at it like he's about to...
Yeah,
dial
like
a
he's
number.
about to call her, and stops, starts to dial a number, stops, lets it ring once, stops. It's like, dude, you know, you
Do it or
gotta stop
don't.
that. It's my parents' house phone. This is before cell phones, kids.
No,
Oh,
no,
dear Lord.
he went through with it with me.
Oh,
She
no.
answered the phone. He sets up a 3-way phone call, so I'm still on the line, but he told me to shut up.
Oh, no.
So the boy did it. She answered the phone. And she knows who it was. And he goes, someone want to tell you. And she's like, okay. She's waiting. I'm waiting. He's like, can I call you back? She said, sure. And he hung up. And I'm like, are you serious?
You just fumbled the bag.
Like, bro. Seriously? Yeah, I love you, but that was one of the cringiest things I've ever seen you do, and I was part of it.
Yeah, that sounds
It was in my
Sounds
ear.
pretty
Listen,
cringe.
I love you. You know this. I've known you forever.
Well,
But
I mean, it got to a point where he did start dating a couple other girls.
he got over her. I don't know the aftermath of him and her because she moved away. So I don't know if they were like cool afterwards.
I don't remember.
But
So
Yeah.
one of the other girls that he brought to homecoming. Do you know the story I'm about to say?
was I there?
Pretty sure.
Because I know I went to at least 2.
She slapped me. Do you remember that? I'm pretty sure you were. I'm pretty sure you were there
I've been to a couple.
because I don't know. I don't think she slapped me just because she wanted to be mean. Like I don't remember.
Wait, I do remember. And you like
What the fuck was the reason?
Like it was just no. The thing was, she went off to go talk with her other lady friend that I think it went with. Oops, that he went with.
Good job.
Yeah, I did it. I mean,
I'm pretty sure I said his name.
Nothing I can't edit out.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was. She was with you, and then the other one was with Yaj. I think. 'Cause I remember there were 2. I don't remember who was going with who. But they went off to go talk because that's what girls do. Girl time to go talk. And then it left you, me, Yaj, and I think our friend with the 2 kids. Because he was there.
Okay.
And we were just standing there talking, enjoying the music or whatever. Completely unwarranted, at least to us. She walks up, walks between Yaj and me, and just decks you across the face. And back then we thought that was the funniest thing on the planet because it was just unwarranted. But I don't think we ever knew the reason. Or if she said it, I forget it.
I thought she was with Yaj, but maybe
It
not.
was, she was with one of you 2.
I'm pretty sure she was with Yaj.
But then I don't remember the reason, but like to us at that moment, it was just completely unwarranted because she's over the other side of the gym talking with her other friend and a couple others that she knew. And then walks over and just decks you.
Nah, I don't fucking remember why. Whatever. But, well, since we're on the subject, we can talk about homecoming dances. That shit was the most awkward fucking shit.
But
And
the music was great.
Yeah, music was
yeah, I remember the
Fun fact: I knew the DJ because he was my brother's family friend's father,
Hell yeah.
That's ironic.
and I know him from other places. I actually saw him a couple weeks after my grandma died.
So
And he asked what was going on. I did it. And it was like, yeah.
the couple of homecoming dances I remember going to. At the time, this is outside of school. There was one girl I had just a hardcore crush on. And she was doing a sister program with one of my mom's friends. It was like a big sister, little sister kind of thing, right? So, had a hardcore crush on her, took her to a couple of my homecoming dances. And I remember one of the pictures the first picture we had together, I actually painted it in art class. Mm-hmm. Like, her and I had, like, matching clothes. I had, like, a white shirt with, like, red lines through it. She had a really pretty red dress. So, again.
Ain't you precious?
Yeah, so it was, like, a hardcore fucking crush on her. And, like, the whole time during the dance, I was wondering if she was okay. I asked her, just need anything? No, good. And one of our friends that has the two kids, the bigger dude, kind of pulled me aside. He's like, hey, man, you might be kind of annoying her. And he's like, oh, why? Why? It's like, because you keep asking her the same damn thing. You're right. My bad. So I took her to a couple of homecoming dances. Remember that. I remember him. I'm pretty sure it was him, the guy I just mentioned. Told me at one of the dances to go, like, you know how they have like a whole like grinding line of just people grinding on each other and shit.
Yep.
It was like, go over to that chick and start grinding on her. It's like, I feel awkward. I'm good.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish I would have seen A-Ryle do a front flip down the bleachers the one time.
I did.
I wish I would have saw that.
Yeah, I got to air his laundry on that too. What he used to do with the gym mats. He would run and then just full on, like in a cartoon or like in the videos from AFV, just full on leaves the ground, goes almost perfectly sideways, and hits the wall. This man cross bodies those walls. First time he did that, I almost vomited. I almost fell off the bleachers myself. I was laughing so hard.
That motherfucker.
It got to the point people we don't even know were walking up to him going, can you do it again? Can you do it again? He's like, no, 'cause I'm going to get in trouble. He did it one more time. It was just as funny.
Sheesh, it's awesome. And there was I don't even know why I took this chick to fucking homecoming, but there was another chick I took that was the daughter of my mom's friend.
Another one.
Yeah. Well, the other one wasn't a daughter. They were doing a sister,
Yeah.
big sister, little sister thing, so they weren't related. But this one was actually related. But she was another one that Yaj had a hardcore crush on.
Oh boy.
So this is years later. I took her to homecoming, but she was a troublemaker. And I remember in the middle of homecoming, she's like, hey, let's go to Burger King.
I was there for that. I went with you.
Okay, I couldn't remember if you were. So Yaj was with us. It was you, me, and Yaj.
And then her friend ended up going with you.
Yeah, so
I was there.
we went to Burger King, but we didn't realize when we got done with Burger King, we can't go back into homecoming.
Yep.
So they had doors open to like let cold air in, and they're like dancing near the door. It's like, you can go do that. We're not going to get in trouble.
It's like,
So yeah, so that was a fucking. They just ruined
that was
homecoming
something.
because it couldn't even fucking go back in anymore.
they want Burger King. It's like, why didn't you get Burger King before you came up here?
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
I
And
know
then-
it's like 20 feet from the school, it feels like, but still.
yeah. And then funny thing is, like a couple of months later, this girl got in trouble for she was underage. Didn't have a driver's license.
Yikes.
Drove her mom's car
Yikes.
with no lights on.
Yikes.
And like 5 o'clock in the morning when you're supposed to have lights on.
Yikes.
And got pulled over from a cop.
Yikes.
It's so Jover.
It
So-
gets worse the more you talk.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know why I fucking took her, but nah, just homecoming was a very awkward time, I guess.
We were all just very awkward in general.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the one chick I took
Shut up.
Yeah.
to climber to climber's homecoming. Buddy answering us.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I took a girl to the homecoming dance. I think. No, I took her once. Yes, buddy, I know. I took her once.
I'll bring you down here again.
She was one girl that I sort of dated when I was 15, but I don't really think she was too serious about it. Oh, crap. Now what are you showing on your phone? Can you read that? Cause
When the box said 2 pills every 8 hours, so you take 8 every 2 hours. Tofinity and nearby.
It's either you can't read or you list next.
You know, I don't need allergy meds, but I do kind of wonder what the Benadryl trip is like, because I hear people see the Hat Man, and I hear he's a pretty friendly guy. So,
oh, thank you.
I should eat like 5 Benadryls and see the Hat Man.
Not.
I'd rather you not.
Put a little dirt under the pillow for the dirt man. In case he comes to town.
So I took a girl to homecoming down to Climber, and I guess I was the only guy that actually wanted to stay with my date,
Fry it.
because all the other guys would just leave their fucking girls by themselves and just go fucking do something.
Let's go hang out and be dude bros. Let's dance, dude
So,
bros.
like the girl I was with, she was like, "Yeah, I mean, at least he actually stays with me." Yeah. So
Hey, bro, let me grind on you. That'd be funny. Why would you do that, dude? That's called a guy.
and then I took another girl one other homecoming dance.
Why did I make every male student we've ever witnessed a fucking Australian? Like, hey, come on, bro. Crikey, bro.
Bring out the butter. We're gonna make toast.
Yeah,
Aussie
grinding
dingo.
on me, schnob. Stop doing that, bro. It ain't Keno.
I feel we're not in the Barbie anymore.
I'll throw it
Well,
back
then-
on the party.
Where'd that dingo come from?
So if there's any Australians listening to us, we apologize.
Sorry.
In advance. We
It's a right rip snorter, ain't it, boys? We're going to go play some footy later.
Oh,
yeah.
please. There's probably a bunch of people making fun of Americans like, I think I'll use my credit card.
Does this come in gluten-free?
Do you have gluten-free milk? Do you have almond
Vegan.
milk? Ah, shit.
Can I get my steak well done?
Fuck you. I like well done steak sometimes.
If you like well done steak, then somebody hurt you as a child. And from today's podcast, we can very clearly tell
Maze is
that
hurt.
you still have unresolved trauma from your school years.
No shit. You know, actually,
That's why he likes well
Bro,
done steak.
we're still in 9th and 10th grade stories. He's still going on about homecoming. You are hurt.
actually, you know, the creepy thing is they say that if you have a lot of dreams about school, you have a lot of unresolved trauma from school.
Doesn't surprise me.
And
That's why I don't dream about school, because I just never gave a fuck.
Well, no, but there
do.
is a lot of dreams that I have. Somehow, some way, school is related. I'll be in
Brian.
I'll be in school. I'll be in class or something, and that's in my dream.
Like fire, it's pretty.
Did you see his face?
Yes, I did. Which scares me.
I told you guys I've got
He's like the baby from Dinosaur.
fire makes me feel things.
Not the mama.
Like the dim candle.
But yeah, so apparently, according to my dreams, I do have unresolved trauma. So
If this past 45-minute conversation didn't tell you nothing, you got a whole lot of trauma.
You are the trauma.
what?
All these experiences have one common denominator. It's Mace.
They once told you you were special. It all started when you were no longer special.
Yep.
You ain't wrong. Because then he met us.
Yeah. We didn't help.
Wait. We're the problem. Well, this is the last Maximum Mountains podcast. It'll be just Mace from now on.
Hi, folks. Maze 191 here alongside. Oh, right.
It's okay. It's
And
okay.
the-
The accident wasn't your fault. You need to forget us.
Then you hear from the background.
It's okay. We
Let
forgive
me
you.
out.
You're just gonna hear like from the distance. You're gonna stare off as you're starting your podcast. You're gonna stare off, and all of a sudden you'll just hear miles away in the recesses of your dark mind. Limbus Company.
I'd be sleeping and I hear that. Son of a bitch. And then somehow you're like right next to me in bed. Limbus Company. And then I wake up again.
And then you wake up again, and I'm in the dinosaur blow up.
I thought you were about to say something else there. Blow up. I was like, excuse me.
The dinosaur guys.
Jesus Christ.
And then you wake up again, we're both there.
It's like, wait, why am I not waking up anymore? Limbus Company.
Like me after Taco Bell.
Yes, it is. It is the heater.
I hear the fire igniting. Here's another one.
Okay, stop being mesmerized by it.
I'm going to take that away from you.
All right.
Bye.
So
Fuck off.
10th, 11th, and 12th. Just want to.
One word. Markham.
Polo?
Markham Polo.
I thought you said Marco.
No.
Markham was fucking baller. I remember him. I remember playing Jeopardy.
So
The tissue box
here's
as a boat.
here's a story about Markham, and I don't remember if I mentioned this on the podcast or not. I thought it was Mark Ham.
Yeah.
How?
He never corrected you either.
Yeah. So
You said it in the middle of class. I was right beside you.
yeah, and like
Mark Ham.
and half of the class started dying laughing. I just keep saying Mark Ham,
Help.
and like
Yeah,
I
Mr.
don't-
Mark Ham.
and I don't understand. It's like, why are you guys laughing?
Mark
And then once I realized afterwards, oh my gosh, I feel like such a dick now. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
But he didn't. He never corrected
I'm
you.
surprised he fucking didn't do
he
so.
probably thought it was funny as fuck, so
Yeah.
he didn't say
He's just
anything.
going to let it happen.
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad now, and I didn't even fucking mean to do that.
Mark Ham.
Ham. I've only seen him legitimately lose his temper one time,
Yeah.
and it was our class.
Why did he lose his temper?
I
We
can't
wouldn't
remember.
shut up.
Huh?
Because we wouldn't shut up.
Oh, that
So
makes
if
sense.
he's trying to teach, he's trying to talk, and then slams the books down and loses it. Dead quiet.
I fucking forgot about that shit.
I got a story. You might not remember this,
Exactly.
but it was one of those things. Your phone goes off, he's just going to take it. You'll get it back in class.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Problem was, kid's phone went off, and Markham had to take it. He took it. Turns out the lady the kid was seeing had sent him a picture.
Oh no.
Markham saw it.
Oh no.
So Markham he even told the kid after he had no choice but to call Penn Hollow.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Got sent to the principal's office, and the class K's back, and he just goes, well, I'm like, I had to. He's like, I'm sorry, but I had to. He's like, no, I get it. The kid was more mad at the girl for sending it to him in the first place.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But he's like,
At least the
he's
kid
like, I didn't. He's like, I didn't want to do it. I had to. He's like, no, I got it.
Actually, I got a story about that later on. Something like that.
Like, if you're going to do something like that, don't send it during fucking school hours.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's gonna take it. You'll get it back in the class. Done deal. But then picture was on the thing, and
And you know the worst.
the kid
part-
had no idea. Like he knew what it was, but he did.
You want to know what about the worst part about that is though? Markham saw illegal boob and it didn't want to.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, oh come on,
Yep.
dude.
And it's
I
like-
don't want to fucking do this,
He's like,
but
he was like, I didn't want. I had to.
that sucks.
But then
Like you know, in that situation, it sucks for both people because it's like, hey, what the fuck you sent it to me in class? And Markham's like, oh, I don't want to fucking
he's
see that.
like, I don't want to see it, and also I don't want to make this anything bigger. Just give me your phone. So he's like, well, now I have no choice.
Yeah, that sucks.
Phenomenal teacher though.
Oh yeah,
really.
we dedicated an
But no.
entire yearbook to him.
Yep.
Yeah, because he damn well deserved it.
I think I said this on the podcast. There was a point we had a substitute. We were getting ready for a big test, and Mrs. Walker, who was his teacher's aide at the time for that, was reminding us, "Hey, we should do this. We gotta do this, that, and the other." So he's gone for the entire day, or at least it was for our period. I don't remember what it was, but for that, he was gone. But he's not a small man, and those doors are not light. He managed to slip through the door, get halfway across the back of the room before he even says a word, and nobody even in the back row saw him.
Damn.
And he's like, yes, I would use just send you guys too. We're all like, holy.
Shit.
He's like, oh, hi. Somehow he managed that.
Damn.
But then it turns out he lost weight and became a douchebag, from what I heard. Way back when. 'Cause it was after we left.
Yeah. Which, I mean, even now I'm slowly losing a little bit of weight, every time I visit the doctor's office. And obviously it's not that much weight, but I ever wonder if I do get to that point where I'm like your size or even half your weight, Menaki, if I will ever act like that.
I don't.
Because I've always wondered that once people get skinny, there is people who do act like that, who just act like fucking assholes and just...
A lot of them, it's not because I now officially look better than you. Shut up with your mean fat comments, this, that, and the other. But it's like, bro, like, good on you, but don't be a douchebag.
Oh, yeah. Because I don't want to act like that.
You started, I'm going to smack you.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, I mean, you guys be the first ones to let me know, hey, stop acting like a dick.
Yeah.
But what else in 10th grade? Because I can't fuck... Those years just...
Was Markham in 10th grade? Yeah, he was.
Those years just all melted together.
Half the next 2 years, we weren't even in the school.
Oh, yeah.
But that's another big story.
Yeah. That'll be the end.
10th grade. I mean, we haven't brushed up on them, but our extracurricular subjects like art, Mr. Vincent,
You're right.
phenomenal teacher.
Everyone hated him, but
Temper of
I
mother.
love his class.
Temper of a mother, but when you got down, this done deal, he was a great teacher.
Yeah.
Don't take him off. But it's not that hard.
So Mr. Vincent was my favorite art teacher at the time.
I did like Vincent, yeah.
He was just really...
You remember,
Cool,
you remember
down-to-earth
the
teacher.
you remember the lady teacher, the one that was in the room beside him?
Wasn't she the computer teacher at one point?
No,
Okay. I don't remember.
you would if you saw her. She showed up at work today
Oh,
with her kids.
nice.
I haven't seen her in like a year, 2 years, but
I don't remember.
it used to be like every couple weeks she'd pop in with her kids, good Skylanders or whatever. And seen her in a while. I'm like, I know you. She's like, I think I know you too. I'm like, yeah. I had detention with you once, just because Ricchetti hated me. But then
Nice.
I just asked for like art in general because she would always pop into Vincent's room. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Go ahead on Vincent.
So...
It just that brought me to because like she popped into work today.
Yeah. I love Mr. Vincent's class because art was one of my favorite subjects. And I always loved, whenever he would say, this is what you do for the assignment, I would always nail it. Always do some cool stuff in there. And all my friends and everyone else hated him because they're just like, I don't want to draw, and they didn't understand the assignment. And like our friend Yaj,
Do I say the story? Because I was right beside it.
go ahead.
Well, first things first. The project was put your face on a celebrity's body and mold it together seamlessly. Not that hard. Mine, I was only slightly behind with it because I had just had my surgery at the time. So this was... No, I had something else going on at the time. I take that back. I had missed the day for a doctor's appointment. But... Well, it's not that hard. Simple concept. Gaz decides he's going to put his face on... This is back when he was high as a kite on him at this time. Pun intended. But he was going to put his face on Jeff Hardy.
Oh, I forgot about
So
that.
he got the pose, got the picture printed out, got his own face. And what you're supposed to do is you take the transfer of what you had on the smaller paper, put it on the bigger one. This is helping me just to get me caught up because I missed the day. Yeah, just sitting right there beside me, just hands in his lap almost, blank paper. And Vincent stops what he's doing, realizes what Yedge is doing. Like, I'm not paying attention because I'm paying attention to what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
And he goes, draw. And Yedge just goes, draw what? I'm like, bro, do you not remember the project you're doing in front of you right now? You have the picture. Put it on the other paper. But it was one of those things like, draw. Well, draw what? Bro,
Hey.
are you serious?
No.
I almost head dusted at that point. I was like, bro, like, you can't be this dumb.
Yeah. Which I understand if you can't actually draw or do anything like that.
But when your question is draw what and you have it in front of you and you know what everybody else is doing, seriously?
You're right. You're right.
Admittedly, mine was easy. Because my facial hair was like his at that point because everything else was in shadow.
That's true.
I just put myself as the Undertaker, and the picture I had was he had the hat on. So the top of his face is kind of in shadow, so not a lot of it was full on detail. So we just had my goatee, and I just put glasses on the Undertaker.
That's kind of funny.
And that was me.
Yeah.
Done. Like,
It's
it was
literally all you had to
almost
do.
dead ring. You look at the picture of Undertaker, you look at the one I got in there because it's my face. Dead ringer. You just put glasses on the Undertaker. Kind of great, too.
And actually, I think what I did,
I don't even know if I know what you did. I don't think I told me.
put my face on Jeff Jarrett's body.
Incredible.
And then I took a scene from a WWF Game Boy Advance game, like the main entrance ramp, and I put my character on that. And that's what I drew. So it looked like I was doing an entrance going down the ramp for the WWF. I'm pretty sure that's what I did, if I remember correctly.
So here's my question. Legitimate question. Why Jarrett?
Because he had blue attire on, and it's like, yeah, that looks like this kind of body I would have if I was a wrestler. I don't fucking know. I was... it's like
Like
I can't picture myself like big and muscular like Batista, so it's like, yeah, I'd probably wear that kind of attire. He had like the blue vest on and like the blue attire. So.
Do I look like I could pull off the Undertaker?
No, but I was trying to think logically at the time, you know.
Which makes sense. But like, I've known you.
I don't fucking know. This is 10th grade, motherfucker. You think I remember my
I've known
reasoning?
you forever, and Jarrett is not in your top 5 of who I would think you would pick for that.
No, I mean, I made a fucking picture
Not even
of...
close.
I made a redid picture of one of my pictures where I had Chris Benoit in one corner, an Atari 2600 controller in another corner, something in another corner, something in another corner. So you fucking tell me what I was thinking back then.
Drugs.
Yeah. So it fucking sounds like. So I don't know. I can't fucking think of anything more for 10th grade.
Home and careers with a monkey bread.
That fucking shit was
And
baller.
and the neck pillow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the neck pillow.
So back when I had the neck pillow project, this is like 7th grade because I had to get caught back up because they started the. No, it was Point Abbott because they knew me, but she's like, I want him sewing and I want him stuffing by today because I didn't even start the project then because I was out with my surgery. Got mine done, got 91 on it.
Nice.
Not a clue where that pillow is right now.
Yeah, I don't even know where mine is.
Mine was also uneven. I didn't care.
Oh yeah, mine wasn't even as
I
fuck.
got it done. Oh yeah.
fuck is wrong with you?
everything, motherfucker.
I mean, we've resolved that. We need to,
We got it.
Drama.
Like we realized we gotta put you in a padded room with a self-hugging
exactly.
coat.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
so you got home careers. We touched on gym because Wendell's great. We did art. Music wasn't all that great. Except 9th grade, we got to watch The Wizard of Oz, and I don't think one of them ever saw it before. So when Munchkin showed up, because we were all sitting on the desk, just watching the thing. And he's dying just over the Munchies joint. And then the mayor one shows up. He's the bigger fat one in the green. He talks, and this kid falls off the desk laughing so hard. I mean, listen, the Munchies are funny.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, we managed to watch that.
I don't remember what grade it was. One of the music classes that we did, we had GarageBand. That was the first time I messed with GarageBand.
Yep.
And I put a bunch of fucking shit together to make it sound all fucking like
I got started
awesome
on
and
that
seamless and shit.
one. I don't think this was. Mind you, after my surgery, I had a whole bunch of doctor's appointments. I don't remember if it was like I came back from my surgery or I came back the day after from a doctor's appointment. Because I had a lot afterwards. But I come back, and they're doing that exact project, right? I managed to get headphones that didn't work. But I played it off that they worked. I can't hear nothing in GarageBand. I'm just grabbing random crap that I think I know works. And then this is the one that afterwards they play your project on the speaker system. And I don't know what it sounds like. So they play it. Some of it actually made sense. And a lot of it is just like dead air for a little bit. And then it goes to something else. Somehow they liked it.
Incredible.
That's funny.
Like, I don't know. Like, I remember, like, certain bits of the things that... Cause you use them, you see them in a lot of the TV shows. GarageBand music. Hey, I know what that's from.
Yeah.
So I knew what some of it sounded like. Other times it was like, this says chime. I'll put this here. I'll do this here. Doorbell. And it worked.
Yeah. So what was funny about my mix my mix is more of just with actual like guitars and like a cool beat to it. Mm-hmm. Then our friend that has the two kids, our big friend that has the two kids, he did more synthetic techno stuff. And it was funny that both of ours were complete opposites of each other.
Yeah.
I remember one of the other projects that we did, they said, bring a CD in that we're going to listen to that you like. And at the time, everyone was obsessed with Green Day's American Idiot. That was when like everybody dressed up like them with the black shirts and black pants and the belt and shit and the makeup and shit.
Posers.
Yeah, so everybody dressed up like Green Day. That's all it was. Green Day American Idiot shirts. I decided to bring in a Carlos Santana CD because my mom loved Carlos Santana.
Did you play Smooth?
What's that song on that
Or
album?
did you play Into the Night?
No, that song wasn't on there. I don't think either one of those songs are on there, actually.
That's wild.
Wait, what the fuck? What was the hit off that album?
Mind you, both songs I just mentioned phenomenal songs. Smooth, not so much, because you over here from the 90s, 2000s.
I forgot. No, there was one of his big hits off that album. I don't remember what it was anymore. I think it was Carlos Santana's Supernatural. But there was a lot of cool kind of Mexican, like, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Da, da, you know, that kind of conga, kind of really hardcore Mexican feel to it. And I really loved those songs. And I was playing the album in school, and I was like, yeah, it's going to be an awesome album. It's going to be different. Everyone's like, what the fuck is this shit? It's like, it's Carlos Santana. It's Carlos Santana, motherfucker.
Do you remember the project where you did a like a written report on a band, and then you had to bring in one of their hit songs?
No, I don't.
I think this was like early years. I did mine on the Monkees. And the song everybody knows from the Monkees is I'm a Believer. Problem was I didn't have a cassette tape, I didn't have a CD for anything of the Monkees. I had one thing. I had Shrek.
Hell yeah.
It wasn't their version. I ran it by the teacher first because it was the beginning of the Shrek in the Swamp karaoke dance party, I think. Or it was like the musical number right before that kicked off. So I had a reason. This is back when like Shrek was the big thing. God, this was like 2000.
I know, buddy. You'll be up in a bit.
Yeah, we'll be up in a bit.
This was like 2001.
Oh, gosh.
God! But Shrek had just come out on VHS. Like, this is the first time I get to, like, have an excuse for school to sit and watch Shrek. To get to that point.
Yeah,
and I
fair enough.
okayed it with her. I'm like, listen, I don't have this. She knew at that point. But I think I'm a believer from Shrek. Donkey sings it, and so does All Star. Or Smash All-Star. Smash Mouth. She's like, yeah, as long as it's a song. I'm like, thank you. Played it. They're like, oh my God, we're going to watch Shrek. Boom.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Aced that project because of the ogre.
I don't fucking remember what one I did now.
It's all ogre now.
But yeah. I remember band class I wanted
Buddy, you have to come get you.
I wanted to play drums, but they said my schedule was too full, so I couldn't play drums.
Rip.
I'm just listening to them.
What if they have a fit up there?
Yeah.
We'll be up in a bit, buddy. Don't worry.
He's having a fit.
So, let's
He's
see.
all alone. There's no one here beside him.
I can't think of anything more for.
No, 10th grade was kind of just it.
Yeah.
Then 11th grade, the big stuff happened.
Yeah, so 11th and 12th.
BOCES!
Yes, we did a thing called BOCES.
Bo to go.
Now,
Well,
was
technically
it-
it's called vocational school.
Was it in the morning we went in 12th grade or 11th grade?
11th
and then,
grade was morning. 12th grade was afternoon.
Okay, I thought so. And that's when we
Here.
met our favorite teacher, Mr. Anderson, who's fucking awesome.
Shout out to you for just being a glorious human being
Yes.
in general.
And
I miss you.
I will at some point try to get him on the podcast.
Get a hold of him.
I'm actually I need to talk to you afterwards.
Deal.
But yes, so he was one of those teachers that
Mind you,
was
the
just a-
schedule was great because we would show up for like the first 10 minutes of first period, then get on the bus and go to Asheville. For the first half of the day, we get back at lunch, have lunch, do like 3 classes, then you're home.
Yep.
And then at 12th
And most
grade,
of my classes at the end were like study hall, so I didn't do shit.
yep, and then that counted as you passed it because there's your math credit, there's your science credit, there's your social studies credits, whatever credit you missed. That was boom, you got it right there. And then in 12th grade, you'd have your morning classes, which for me, it was like your first like 2 classes. So I had study hall, I had gym.
Yep.
Then you had lunch. Because this is back when the classes were like chunked up. Like big.
It's time for the stand-up time
There you
and
go.
the maximum mouth
And then we would go to BOCES and then get back to school and then get on the bus and go home.
Yep.
It was great.
BOCES is awesome. And this was our class experience. We had computer graphics. Oh, and
That
remember
was graphic arts.
that one story that you mentioned with the kid with the inappropriate picture
Yeah.
with Markham.
Yep.
So there was a project that we had to do. I forgot what it was exactly. We had to do, I don't know, some kind of background or some kind of, we can edit some kind of picture to make it as a background or something. I don't fucking remember what it was. So I decided to take a picture of one of my favorite wrestling divas, Stacy Keibler. Well, I didn't think about it, but she was wearing a very, very, very revealing bikini to where she had a thong on and she just had bare ass right there. And I'm editing the picture, not thinking anything of it. Mr. Anderson comes over. You know I have to talk to you about that is basically porn, right? And I didn't think anything of it. It's like, oh, she's in a bikini, whatever. Oh. I mean, you can go ahead and use it for the picture for now, but just to warn you, you know, don't do that stuff again.
He's not like, change this now, don't do this.
Oh yeah, like he
He's
said
like-
it calmly and everything. He didn't yell at me or anything,
He
but
kinda like
he just kind of
kneels
warned
down.
me. You know, that's technically porn. You
I
can't
didn't even
do
know
that.
he was there, but then he kneels down beside Maze and me, and he says, he's like, you know, I gotta. Cause he's like, my bad.
Yeah.
My 11th grade year at BOCES, I just picked a pattern, put random gradients and crap on it, called it art, and Maze got jealous of it. I just put random crap on it,
Yep.
and it ended up looking cool because I made one. It was, I don't know what I did to it. It literally started with me. I just made like a line, and then I made the background black or whatever. It was green, black background. I somehow got it to where it's now a spiral, and then I duplicated that spiral as almost a zigzag pattern over and over, duplicated it. Looked like an amazing background. He's like, "What did you do?" And I'm like, "I have no idea."
So
I just hit random buttons, put random crap on there, and it did it.
So
for me.
with computer graphics, we mess with a lot of Photoshop, and yeah, mostly Photoshop.
Photoshop and Adobe.
But
I didn't realize my face was away from the mic.
yeah, so Photoshop was awesome. We just kind of fucked around with it, and there's a lot of shit that we can experiment with and edit. And we looked up a lot of I Can Ask Cheeseburger memes too.
Oh god,
Listen,
I can have cheeseburgers.
with him, it's like as long as you got the project done, do whatever you want. I don't care.
Oh yeah, we all had our own separate groups. There was like the popular girls with like the kind of emo kids.
No,
and
it was the twins.
Yeah,
It
but
was the
there
twins
was
and
there
the
was
ones.
you know there was other kids with them too.
Yep. And then it was.
And then there was another group, and then it was just us. It was me, Menaki, and our friend. If I can ever get
Bumbalo.
Bombard. I thought it was Bombardo.
Bumbalo's nickname. You're right on his last name, but I call him Bumbalo.
Okay, Bumble. Okay.
He would call himself Bumbalo.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But hey, if I
Yep.
can ever get you somehow, some way on this podcast, that'd be pretty cool if you could be on here, because we haven't talked since posties. But yeah, so it's just the three of us. We kind of just hang out, do our own stupid shit. Remember Quest for the Spoon?
I was just thinking that too.
So we should reenact that video actually. So
With this one.
yes, so we
Okay.
did a video called Quest for the Spoon. It was like a no talking video. We just gestured, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's me and Bumbalo. We're sitting there. We have this pudding, looking at it, throwing it on the ground, and
You realize you
and
don't
I'm,
have a
like,
spoon.
and I'm gesturing like a spoon motion. And then our Bumbalo, he's like shaking his head, yes. So him and I split up, and we're like looking all over the place for a spoon and shit. This motherfucker.
No, Bumbalo goes and asks Mr. Anderson for it, and he's just like, Anderson has no idea what's going on. Bumbalo goes, do you have a spoon? He's like, no. Not a clue what's going on.
Yeah.
So then it ends. I'm sitting in the same seat that Maze was sitting in, but I see the pudding, get it? The way he has the table set up, it's table, set of drawers, table. Almost like to put story projects in.
Yeah.
We had stored the spoon in the drawer. So as it turns out, there's a spoon in the drawer between the two at the same time, whole time. And I'm like, pudding. Walk in, grab a spoon. I'm like, all right.
And so as
I'm
he's
starting to eat it.
yeah, he's starting to eat the pudding.
They're on
Me
the
and Bumbalo
other
are
side.
Like stop and look at each other. Look over.
They're on the other side of the room. And I'm just like, hey, guess what? I found a spoon.
And he has the spoon. It's like, you motherfucker.
And
So we
it's-
start running over to him.
So he has the table set up, but it's almost like a U because you can go both sides of it. This is when we put one of my favorite songs in the entire thing. I haven't heard it in forever. So we filmed to where I'm standing there eating the pudding. They're about to come to either side of me. I just step backwards. Boom.
we both
They,
run.
they started
And here's the
chasing
funny
at
thing.
me, and we played Lazy Generation. It was great. It fits so well.
But
Do you still have that video anywhere?
no.
Very sad.
You mother.
That's why I said we have
Now,
to,
now we
That's
got
why I
to put
said
Lazy
we-
Generation in the other one now.
huh?
We got to put Lazy Generation in the other one now.
Do you realize that is copyright infringement and YouTube would block
What's your point? They
Yeah.
did it before anyway.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't posted on the internet, so. But
I thought it was. I thought you put it on YouTube.
I don't think so. But
I felt that one in my soul.
I think I
but
heard that.
when Bumbalo and I ran into each other, you could clearly tell it was the fakest, stupidest,
It was
unscripted,
bad.
unscripted shit ever. And I was like, and Bumbalo was like, "Oh, that was terrible." I was like, "Leave it. That's fucking hilarious."
It was great.
Like I fell over normal. Bumbalo's just like,
And then they're both dead. And I just walk outside and just eat the pudding. I was like, he's down. He's down. He's down. I eat the pudding. Video cuts out.
yeah. Fucking video is awesome. We need to reenact that.
Great.
But I did a lot of comics then. I had a comic called The Joys of Life.
I remember the joys of life.
I gotta just.
You know what else happened in 11th grade? You attempted your first venture into becoming a author.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Do your story first, and I'll do mine.
So, Joys of Life, I was so hardcore into it that I laminated all the individual comics, and I sent a copyright into the actual copyright office.
That's really funny.
Like 7 years later, they sent me like a recopy of like all the comics I sent.
That's kind of cool.
So I don't know if like it ever happened with them or not.
I think if it would happen, you would know.
Yeah. So I actually tried to, but then Mr. Anderson's like copyright the characters.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but
Not the
nothing
story itself.
like I'm slowly making comics now. Just
you're getting back into it.
I'm not, hardcore doing it. Like when I come up with an idea, I'll do something.
Yeah.
But I made a new character now that's completely different than what I had. So I'm trying to do like more like real life shit that adults can relate to. Yeah, kind of slice of life. Like one of the comics I did, the character, he's a tortoise. I don't have a name for him yet, but he's like
Kimlek.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but it's not Kinlek though, because he's kind of like a
Oh, so he's not a hippie.
yeah. So he's
Boring.
yeah.
Okay.
So he's like, cool, I caught my paycheck finally. So what do I have to pay for? I have to pay for my internet, my car insurance, my credit card. I have to pay mom back. And he's naming off all these things he has to pay off. Then at the end of the comic, he says, I have $5 left. He's like, cool, my favorite dinner, air.
Yeah.
So I'm doing those kind of comics, and so that I can think of and
One
shit.
of those, I gotta go shopping, and I gotta wait till I get paid. Like I'm good on food, but it's one of those things. I gotta go shopping soon.
Yeah. But what was the story that you were going to say now?
So this was back in the time we had been doing our good old backyard trampoline wrestling thing for about maybe a year, maybe a year and a half. And this one, brilliant idea. But this one, Mr. Mayesboy over here, decides he's going to turn it into an autobiography almost, and also as like an actual story. Like think taking your D&D stuff, making an actual like Harry Potter-esque novel kind of thing. He's sitting there, he's powering through it, powering away at it. He gets done with the whole thing. And then he goes, okay, do you want to check? This took him like a week. I was like, okay, you want to check it? I'm like, okay. Now, you know I love you. But this one, it was like I was reading a third grader short story who was also slightly dyslexic
Incredible.
with both spelling and grammar. So instead of reading this whole thing, I about doubled the length of it because of what he did and didn't put in, and did or didn't say, and how he said it and didn't say it.
Wow.
And he's in the what are you typing? I'm like, bro, I want you to read the sentence you just wrote, and then I want you to read what I just wrote. And he's just like, oh. I'm like, see, like
The
you
first
should have had me do it at the start.
So the first book that I wrote was
Now, mind you, I'm not saying I'm no J.K. Rowling level of writer, but compared to him, I'm Einstein in levels of writing.
Yeah.
Okay, at that point.
So the first book I wrote was literally an autobiography about wrestling, about backyard wrestling.
Yeah.
And
Wait, what was the one about the independent wrestler? Your own character.
well, I'll get to that.
Okay.
The first one I did was I did actually make a physical book on it, which I think I might still have upstairs somewhere. Now I think about it. And it was about backyard wrestling, him getting hurt, all the shit that we did. But the second book I wanted to write was about a character I made named Matt Reyes.
Okay.
He was an orphan because his parents suffered in an apartment building fire.
Oh.
And firefighters brought him to an orphanage, and it was a very abusive orphanage, and he didn't really fit in. And the whole story was he met a Chinese dude named Jin, and they both loved watching pro wrestling. And originally it was going to go from him liking pro wrestling to boxing. Or no, it was going to be like hardcore extreme wrestling, thumbtacks and shit like that, to pro wrestling and to boxing. I don't remember what the story was going to be, but it was, I called the book Hard Times. Well, actually, Menaki came up with the name Hard Times to Hard Times to Hardcore.
Was that me?
Something like that. But
I mean, I'll take credit for it, but legitimately, I don't remember.
So it was the kind of
I
story
think you were just gonna leave it at hard times. I'm like, why leave it at hard time?
Yeah. So I don't remember what the ending was going to be, so I just kind of like wrote as I went. But yeah, there was another book that he needed to proofread, and it never really came to be.
Once again, I probably added about 10 pages just in addition to the stuff I had to fix for him.
Exactly. But no, I actually had like full-on characters and shit. And I actually wanted to add like a lot of characters within like that hardcore wrestling show we went to. I actually had an idea. So Matt Reyes is a black kid.
Wait. The one we went to up in Global Colin Delaney?
What do you mean?
Like the independent show we went to, the hardcore show we went with Colin Delaney?
No, I'm talking about the book.
Oh, because you said hardcore show we went to. I'm like, wait, which show did we go to?
No, the hardcore show that he went to.
Okay. You said wait, so I'm like, wait.
Okay.
The only one I can remember was Colin Delaney. Yeah, go ahead.
No, so Matt Reyes was a black kid, and I was going to eventually make a racist character who.
No, go ahead.
Who
I have a question
like
for you afterwards.
Grew up in the South and hated black folks. So him and the racist dude would always go at it.
Wait, that's the biggest contradiction, and I love it. Think about it.
Yeah.
The South, Louisiana.
So it would get to a point where they actually get into a real fight and beat the shit out of each other. And this racist dude was a drunk. He was even during the show in wrestling, he was always drunk. And he said, I had a very racist father, and that's the reason why I'm like this. And I had a whole story arc and shit, but it never really came to be. So I don't know if I'll ever sit down and write it again, but I don't know.
So now this raises my question. If you bring all those ideas together, do you want me to write it for you? Like now? Not now, but like after all this time?
Now, let's go. Let's do it now. Let's go.
It'd probably be better for you to write it than instead of me being fucking retarded.
Listen, you know you're big brother than me, but you were trash at writing.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. There'd be times I would sit there for like 10 minutes just trying to decipher what he said. And I was there.
Buddy, I'm sorry, bud.
Like I know exactly what he was alluding to because I was there. But I'm sitting there going, "What?"
Shit.
Hey, you want to know what my 12th grade Boses experience was like?
What?
I saw the back of my eyelids the whole time.
Hell yeah.
As many I slept the whole time.
No, you're right.
And this man passed me.
And
he was said, "Listen, I cannot give you like an A grade, but you give a 75. I know you kind of need." I'm like, that hurt my heart.
I know, buddy. I'm sorry,
bro. I can't stand dogs whining much more than I know how cute they are.
I know. So, Mr. Anderson was not only a teacher, but he gave us a lot of life advice too.
100%.
Life advice, doing computer graphics, telling us how to make like an eye-catchy advertisement for people to see it. Now, during this time, and
he also gave me a passive grade when I bruised my spine when I fell on my steps.
yeah.
It wasn't when you broke me. That was the other time.
Yeah. And he also gave me life advice during Faulkner Park, which Suitcase, you already know what I'm talking about.
Oh, God. So do I. I was there.
So,
I have a bad feeling about this.
yeah, so...
Did you mention that on the Trauma podcast? I don't
I think
remember.
you did, yeah.
Did he?
Did
Okay.
I?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I don't remember.
So I might have
We've had too
mentioned
many
that.
podcasts at this point.
Oh yeah, I did because I mentioned the probation officers.
You're right. You did, yes.
So,
Okay.
yeah, during that time that was probably the darkest moment of my life was during that time because I upset my parents, especially my dad. He was in that feeling of where did I go wrong as a parent, and I felt really bad and ashamed.
Yeah.
So,
So,
Mr. Anderson,
Did you go to Anderson for one of the letters you needed, or did you just go to him because you know he was gonna give you good advice?
It was what?
You remember when you needed like letters with tease like how you were in school? You got one from Markham, you got one from Genestry. Did you need to get one from? Did you decide to get one from Anderson, or did you just go to him to talk?
I think I went to him to talk.
Because you knew you'd get the advice you needed.
Yeah. But
Mr. Anderson, I miss you.
yeah, so I talked to Mr. Anderson about this, and he was like, this will pass. You'll get over it.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
I went with him.
And this awesome teacher that we had, and I kind of feel bad too because the whole 2 years that we did this, we all had our individual tastes of music blaring on the computers.
Bro, I felt so bad for this man.
Yeah, so
We would blare Linkin Park, and then the other side of the room would blare Green Day or blare something screamo.
So
And he's caught in the middle.
yeah, so Mr. Anderson has to listen to this for 2 fucking years for hours and hours.
Finally, he's just like, you know what? No, I unplugged the speakers from every single computer. You're listening to my music now.
Yeah, so at the
And
very
then he
last
plays
day,
War by Edwin Starr.
no, the very last day, he had this giant sound system in with these giant speakers. He said, "You're going to listen to my music now."
Oh, boy.
And I feel bad because he played one of my favorite guitarists I love now, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because at that time I didn't like Stevie Ray Vaughan yet.
Yeah.
I didn't like the blues. Now looking back at it, it's like, man, I was fucking stupid.
He also, every year, end of the year, tie-dye shirt that's more tie-dye than that light fixture. Mind you, he'd wear the professional stuff. It's like one day a year he can get away with it.
Yeah.
Tie-dye. And this was like the year after school. And we were gone. This one, Mr. Mayesboy, is just starting guitar. Anderson asked him for a photo shoot.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So we're up in his studio. It's up. I don't know if it's still up there. It was up by up on 3rd Street, and we're there for a good 6 hours.
Yeah.
4 of those are just taking the photos. The other 2 is just talking BS because it's Mr. Anderson. It's great because I went with him.
Yeah, because he said he didn't have many pictures of musicians. So I said, would it be cool if we took pictures? I said, fuck yeah, that'd be awesome. So at the time, I have high quality pictures of me playing guitar.
Do you still have those?
Huh?
Do you still have those? Did you
I
ever-
do somewhere.
Oh, so did he give them to you?
Oh, yeah.
I'd hope he would.
I got them somewhere in my illustrious collection of pictures over the fucking centuries of pictures I've collected.
Yup. No, he just.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's like, and then he calls me. Maze does. He's like, so I'm going up to Mr. Anderson's studio for a photo shoot. You want to come with? Because Mr. Anderson. I'm like, yes. 'Cause I ain't seen this dude in like 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
missed the man.
And recently here this past year,
I feel so bad.
I know, and I wish you could have gone. Unfortunately,
I'm mad.
Menaki couldn't go because he was working. My friend,
Bro, if they told me what day it was, straight up, I would have called off work for
Yeah.
it. I don't care.
So my friend and I, which my friend used to work with him as a teacher, we went to his wife's memorial because his wife just passed away. So we wanted to pay our
it was
respects.
a celebration of
Yeah.
life kind of party thing.
So
But it happened like right on the day I had to work, and I'm like, I feel bad.
yeah.
I know at least one of them would have given me the day off for it, but it's
Well,
also like
it
if
was
someone would've-
kind of last minute
Yeah.
thing because I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know exactly
Yeah,
what
I
the
knew
day
it was
was.
going to happen. Then
And
it
then
happened.
my
I'm
friend, which is your landlord, he was like, "Hey, that memorial's this weekend. You want to go?" Yes,
and it was
I
like
do.
Saturday. I don't even think he asked me, which I understand because I'm working. But it's like I would have taken that day off in a heartbeat. So, Mr. Anderson, if I ever don't see you in person for this, I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I would have in a heartbeat.
Yeah. No, I'm sure you would understand.
In a heartbeat.
But there was a lot of things I learned in that BOCES class. Not just about school and graphics, but just life in general, really.
We also found out he's got the sense of humor that we did.
That's true.
Because there's one girl, she was just going on the table to grab something. It's whatever. And Bumble was going to say something inappropriate. Because according to him, he was going to say, I don't think he was going to say it. But he had glanced at Mr. Anderson. And there was just this glint in his eye. And she gets up from under the table. I think it was his last day of 11th grade. Or was last day of senior. It was one of the two. No, it was last day of student because he knew he could get away with it because we'd never see him again. And straight up, she gets up from under the table and he goes, isn't it a little early for you to be under the table? It was like, oh.
That's awesome.
Everybody erupted.
Well, and here's the thing, though.
It's okay.
I don't...
Stop scrolling the dirty stuff.
What?
See?
Exactly.
I said that whole story. You have no idea what I just said.
No, here's the thing, though. Your landlord and Mr. Anderson, they used to party together, like drinking and shit.
Yep.
So I can see why he has our...
Apparently, he was a
humor.
partier, man.
Oh, yeah, he was a hardcore partier back in the day. His landlord,
Put the fire away.
my friend, would go to his house and they would just party and drink.
Hell yeah. Something I need to be doing again. I need to drink again.
Shit.
It's been a minute.
Fucking... Dude, if there was a time where we could party with Mr. Anderson, I'd party with him.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I don't think you can handle it now.
Drinking podcast.
God rest him. I don't think you can handle it now.
Get Mr. Anderson on here. We just do shot for shot. It's like, okay, whoever passes out loses.
Shots of apple juice.
No,
for...
I remember 11th grade, last day of the year, he brought up, he let us bring up Guitar Hero.
Oh, I forgot about
Played it on a
that.
projector.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But,
And then we made the joke that he grabs the guitar and plays Through the Fire to Flames with the guitar behind his head. Because that'd be the funniest thing I'd ever see that year.
so one of the things I do remember that was kind of a life lesson, honestly, looking back at it. So our friend Bumbelow, he was a big photographer. He loved taking pictures, and he had this really expensive, probably at the time, $1,200 camera.
Good Lord.
I don't know if it was $1,200, but it looked fucking pricey as
Yeah, it
fuck.
was expensive.
So my fucking stupid ass thought, hey, it's a great idea to hide his fucking camera.
Oh, no.
He was about to rip your throat out.
I don't fucking blame him.
I remember this
Yeah.
too.
But Bumbelow, I don't fucking blame you for wanting to kill me. I'm gonna explain this fucking story. So
I remember bits and
decided
pieces, so go ahead.
I fucking decided to hide it in the back door right next to it outside. Where anybody can just fucking come along and fucking steal it.
Yeah.
So
I forgot that's where you hit it.
I remember this shit. That's why I'm fucking pissed
You
off.
moron.
I'm pissed off at myself for doing this.
Listen,
so-
hindsight's 2020. You're a dumb high schooler.
Yeah, so this motherfucker, again, I don't fucking blame him. He's like, where's my fucking camera? And, I'm just like, I'm not going to tell you. It's like, Josh, where's my camera?
I'm staying out of this because I know John's about to get foot up
ass
the butt.
beat.
Yeah,
He's
so,
about to get put through a wall.
and I don't fucking blame him for it looking back on it, because if somebody did that to my guitar, I would put their head through a wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I reveal where I hid the camera, and I was just being a stupid fucking kid, and I kind of wanted to keep irritating him.
Yeah.
So I decided to
big
come
dumb.
along. Now, you know what a bulldog is. I decided to jump
Oh,
on,
God.
I decided to jump on him like I was going to give him a bulldog wrestling move. And I did this in front of the principal and the police officer in front of the building.
Oh, no.
So principal comes over. I think it was the next time I went to BOCES, or maybe he pulled me off the bus. I don't remember, but he pulled me aside. Listen here, son. Technically, that was assault. And if you do that again, the police officer over here is going to take care of you.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I mean, technically, he's right.
Yeah, he's right.
Coming up to somebody, just fucking give a wrestling move. You know, I'm not fucking thinking anything.
Yeah,
of it.
no.
So what it is, they'll come up behind you and they'll grab you in a headlock and then drive your face into the mat.
Oh.
It's like
Yeah,
they
so I
run
was,
and
I
jump
wasn't
and
actually
stuff.
going to do that, but
Yeah.
I, did that motion, grabbed his head.
Yeah.
So he's fucking right, and it's like, yes, sir. I shut up, and I stopped.
Yep.
And again, looking back on it, like I said, if somebody did that to my guitar, I'd be fucking pissed off too.
Yep.
Bumbelow, I am sorry.
And
Truly.
I don't know.
I
if
was a
you-
stupid fucking kid. I did stupid fucking shit back then.
I don't remember if you remember. I think I remember this. It was that same day. That shell shocked you. You're not easily shell shocked by stuff, so you're kind of to yourself. And Anderson asked me, and I was like, "It's better if he tells you." And you and him had a good. I don't remember if you know what he said. Probably don't. You and him had a good 20-minute talk
Yeah, that I don't remember.
about just like out away from everybody else. It's good talk. He brought Bumbaloo in for it. You two made amends.
Oh, you know what?
You two made amends for it.
I think I do remember because, I think I got kind of emotional.
You did. Because then you and Bumbaloo ended up talking afterwards.
Oh, fuck, I forgot
He's
about
like,
that.
I gotta go take care of this. Are you two good? And you like, should be. You two.
I think I
you
did.
started talking it, and
I
then
think it
you-
was one of those situations like I was trying to talk and keep my cool, but I was like
Yep.
starting to like swell up tears in my eyes and like,
Yep.
oh, I'm sorry, man.
Yep.
But fuck. I
And then
forgot
by
about
senior
that
year,
shit.
we were. I wouldn't say we were cool with most of the people, but most of them there we were decent with.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
it was like 2 years, like.
I mean, we may have not have taught to everybody in that class, but,
But
pretty much
anytime we
everybody
did,
was
it
cool.
wasn't like.
Besides his cousin. Besides Bumble's cousin.
Yeah.
She did not like me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I don't remember.
I'll be point blank. She was kind of uppity because she was in.
She was a
this, that-
bitch. I'm
she was
sorry.
in
I'm just
this,
gonna fucking
that,
straight
and
up.
the
yeah.
I'm just
Like,
gonna straight up say she was a fucking bitch.
I got to edit the yearbook. I'm head of the yearbook. Nobody cares.
I don't give two rats of an ass. But no, she just did not like me. So it's like, no, I'm not gonna fucking talk to you. Then suck it.
She's just like uppity as all get out.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, come on now.
Oh, yeah. But
But then
yes.
all the other ones, we ended up being decently cool with the twins. One of them, you were doing the thing where you look like you were like a demon or whatever, and one of them comes up and like, that's so cool. And end up getting into the, both into the yearbook for that year and in the BOSI slideshow for graphic arts.
I forgot about
Because
that.
they had, what they would do is it would be traditional, like in school picture of you, and then a snippet of something you would be doing or in action, quote unquote. And it was you, thumbs up at the camera, but on the background was you as a demon. 'Cause you worked on that for like 4 days. Just nothing else but that.
I forgot about that.
And it was funny because they had the safety village in Bosie's, the little mock village, and you, me, and Mumble all together. So Anderson goes, "You guys know the see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil."
Yep,
thing, right?"
I remember
And
that.
we're like, "Yeah." So you were see no evil, I was speak no evil, he was hear no evil,
Yep.
and. For me, I remember it was they got a picture of me, and then the one after it was our see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil thing. I'm like, yes.
Yep, I remember that.
I found a lot of good songs off of that because they did it with every single one. I don't remember half of them now because I don't even know where that thing is.
Actually, one of the songs I remember, there was a song from Legends of Wrestling, the video game.
Which one? Well, what song?
Legends of Wrestling 2?
What song?
I have it on my phone and I can't think of what it's called.
It's like I know half of them. The other ones I was like,
It's like a punk rock kind of screamo tune.
that was in the video.
That was in the video game, but
That was in the video I'm talking about.
no, you were talking about like all the kind of songs that we liked throughout BOSI's.
Wasn't it Box of Sharp Objects?
Yes,
I remember because they were cranking it, and you knew who it was. It was like the tall one who always kept his back.
yeah,
on.
the tall skinny dude.
And you're just like, wait, is this song? He's like, yeah. He's like, you're like, do you mind if I steal it? Or he's like, sure. Put it right on your flashlight.
I fucking needed that song, dude, because
Put it on your flashlight.
I
right
it was like one of my favorite songs from the
Yep.
game.
I don't know why that's
Even
that's
though I
the one that
literally
brought
could
to
have
my
just
mind.
looked up the OST of that game, but I didn't know how to do
I don't
that
know why
back
that
then.
just kind of like popped in my head. I'm like, wait, it's that one?
Yep. I forgot what it was called, but BOSI's is awesome.
And then they half of them would end up going out in the woods out back and just do photo shoots,
Yep.
random crap.
Yep. Actually, one of the twins got into one of my pictures. I was trying to do like a really cool setting of like a sunlight bleeding into like the trees, and she just so happened to walk in. So I decided to give her red eyes, so it looked like it was like a fucking like demon child coming out of the woods.
Now, did she get the approval? Did you get her approval for it? Did she like it? I don't remember.
I don't remember, but
And then as it turns out, it was I don't know what it was for, something government related. Don't quote me because it's like a first year. I moved in with my landlord now, but turns out the one of them, the one that was handling my case for whatever it is one of the twins.
oh yeah, I remember you saying
I
that.
don't remember fully what I applied for then, but turns out it was her. And I was like,
I think you applied for a place to live, didn't you?
yeah, because this was supposed to be. I was supposed to be out of here by now. The original plan.
Yeah.
But no, and then I'd look at the email, and then a couple days later, I was going to see you, and I knew as I kept it, I'm like, I just handed it out to him, like, read the email. Just read the email address. And I saw the recognition on your face, like, wow. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Another one who turned her life around. I'm not saying she was as bad as
No.
Ray
I
was,
think
not by
I think the twins are pretty
they were good. Not that they were-
level-headed and
yeah.
not gotten.
But
in
it's one of
trouble.
those things like, hey, boom. But they were kind of intermingled with that crowd. I think they kind of kept themselves with select few. But then they were nowhere near the stretch that Ray was.
You know what I just remembered, and this goes back to
I got something for ninth grade, but go ahead.
this goes back to the trauma shit that kind of scarred me. So, the Joys of Life comics, I made it into a full comic book to where you can sit there and read it.
Yeah.
The whole series I put together. I'll just say the last name, Hewitt.
Oh yeah.
He messaged me one day.
I know where you're going. The second you said his last name.
Yeah, so he left a message on my phone or something, saying that
Where's my question goes, how did he get your phone number in the first place?
I don't remember. Somehow, some way, I figured it out. I don't remember how, but he said that he wanted me to make a bunch of comics so he can give them out to people during his graduation party.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, that's fucking awesome. So I kind of I recalled him back saying, how many do you want me to print out for you? He said, sorry, it was a prank, dude. It was just a joke. It's like, fuck you.
But the problem was he was too good to tell people no, in a sense, with the friend group he was in.
Yeah.
They put him up to it. Because I heard him talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
They put him up to it. He ended up being the guinea pig.
I wasn't too happy with that.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, holy shit, I'm actually doing something in my cartoons. And it's like, no, I was just kidding.
What year was the year that Yaz decided he's going to hang off the stair balcony and fall and land on his butt?
I think that was 12, wasn't it? Or
It was
11. It
one
was
of the-
either
one-
11th or 12.
One of the 2 years we had BOSI's. Genius.
Yeah. So, Yaj, I don't know if we've ever told you this, Suitcase. Yaj would do these stupid stunts like hanging from the second story balcony of the stairs and drop.
Yeah,
Incredible.
Onto his ass.
The overhang where there's nothing there.
Yeah.
The door's going outside. Genius decides he's going to hang off that let go and pretend to land on his feet, or actually attempt to land on his feet.
Yeah.
His feet went out
dear
underneath
Lord.
him. He immediately lands on his tailbone.
Yeah. And he's also done like front flips into the snowbank that the plows put up. And it's
Incredible.
like not soft snow. It's actually hard packed snow, and fuck up his back. And he would sit there and complain like, oh, my friends laugh at me and tell me to do this stuff. It's like, first off, we don't tell you to do this stuff. We just,
He's like, I'm
we
going to
just
do
appro-
it. Like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Because
we just approve of, he just comes up with the idea and we say, okay, do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, you don't have to fucking do it. We're not putting
Yeah.
a gun to your head.
Exactly.
But do we have any other quick memories we want to say? Because it
I don't
is
really
like
have much.
It's like I got one.
It's
from,
like almost 2:30. 2 hours and 30 minutes.
I got
2:30 in the morning. What the fuck?
I got one from 9th grade.
All right.
So this is a small class, mind you. So we're waiting outside for a teacher for the next period.
Yeah.
And I got to say last names, or you want to know who I'm talking about? Martin and Rayner were part of that class. They're goofing off, fake wrestling, whatever. Martin goes for a kick into Rayner's gut, and Rayner catches his foot. And Martin loses his balance. And Martin doesn't catch himself.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
This is what I hear when he lands. That was the back of his head hit the floor.
Oh, the bowling
Minor
ball
concussion.
Hell yeah.
Because he couldn't walk straight.
Oh, fuck.
We're all looking at him, and the teacher knows it. We all looking at him. He can't look straight ahead. He can't look at anything right now. So the teacher finally goes, "Go to the nurse." He's like, he's not going to object to it. Comes back next day. Yeah, minor concussion.
Shit.
It's like, yikes,
Dude, I remember there was some pretty
Look,
fucking...
all I heard was,
There was some pretty fucking brutal fights in that school.
Yeah.
"Yep."
There was one... I don't know who the kids were. Some kids under our grade, but they got into such a fight. I guess the one kid grabbed the kid from behind from his waist and slammed the back of his head into the wall. I remember going to one of my classes. There was blood splattered on the wall down the
I
stairs.
think I remember that.
Dear Lord.
I'm not even fucking kidding. It's like, holy shit.
Listen, back then, if you were going to fight with somebody, you were going to kill them. It's like a normal fight. Even if you're like you're 14 years old, you're going to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a couple of times where a couple of kids like, yeah, well, if you're going to fight, meet me at the fucking corner after school, which for the kids out there that don't know, there was a place across the street where the kids would sit and smoke.
Yep.
And I remember there was
I had to walk past them every day to come to school because it was right on my sidewalk. I'm like, I'm not going to cross the street for 10 feet.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
bothered me. They were kind of cool about it.
Yeah.
One was like, bro, watch out. Done deal.
Yeah,
So
the one kid that said, "Oh, meet me on the corner after school." My mom would pick me up, and my mom was driving by that corner. I didn't see him, so it's like, okay, well, obviously
All I'm
you were
trying to
just talking
wimped out
smoke.
about it.
Yeah, really.
You know,
Yep.
but just I don't know. It's just fucking stupid. Like the shit in school, shit you don't have to fucking worry about. Shit is completely irrelevant when you get to be an adult. Don't fucking worry about that shit. For the kids out there that are still in school, if you're not popular, if people are making fun of you, none of that fucking shit matters.
As long as you have one friend that you know afterwards you're good with, smooth sailing. You don't have to be friends with the entire student body.
Exactly.
You don't have to be friends with your entire grade.
Like, it's better to have a few
If
close
you have, like,
friends than
3 or
1,000
4
acquaintances.
Because we've had a
You're not
couple
wrong,
drift
yeah.
off, and heck, Maze, myself, drifted from Suitcase for a little while. But we're the 3 sitting here doing a podcast right now. Like, listen, it was a couple years where I'd barely see this dude.
Yep.
And here we are. I see him every week.
And I think we've just gotten to the point in our friendship where just like we could go a year without talking to each other, and then when we get back together, it's just like we haven't left.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean?
It's to the point, even now, I'm out of school for, I'm out of school for 10 years. I get my first job because of Maze.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it could have split effort. So I know, I'm still not used to not seeing you every day. It's one of those things that's like, oh, I got to get up because, oh, no, he's not. Wait, I gotta get up.
Yeah.
But it was, house is on the way to the job. He'd come school me, boom, work the same hours. I'd see him legitimately every day we'd work.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I mean, you might have friends you think are lifelong. I ain't saying he's not my friend anymore. Because I've known Yad since before preschool.
Right.
We lost touch with him because he has his own life. It happens.
Yeah. Hopefully at some point he can just sit down and just hang out. Because that would be nice to reminisce.
Listen, we'll get him back on again. We'll do this again.
Yeah.
Not just for school, because we got into some shenanigans after school.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, if we ever do that, I know a story I have, and you guys probably know what I'm talking about.
Does it involve your fist connecting with his face?
Yep.
Ah, shit. Oh, that's a whole separate podcast.
Let's not go into that part.
That's
but,
a whole separate
that's
podcast.
not a school memory.
But
That is
whole point is, make your memories, have your fun. Don't worry about next day. Unless you got a project due the next day, you ain't started it. Now you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Get your project going
and,
on.
Like, don't.
Gamble on every fart, shit your pants. It's the way of life.
And another thing, like
Life sucks, then you die. Get over it. Deal with it.
and don't. What the fuck was I gonna say?
Don't stop believing.
Hold on to that feeling. Like that janitor who won
Did you
America's
just
Got
shit
Talent.
yourself?
No, I actually completely forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh.
His brain did.
His
Yeah.
brain farted.
Yeah, my brain shat itself, but no.
Just
I
make
didn't.
sure though, if you do like fart and shit yourself, make direct eye contact with someone because it's a fucking power move.
And I'll just be like,
No.
I pooped.
Just
No.
just stare straight
specifically-
into somebody's eyes and just let loose
Specifically, if you're at school, let it be the star quarterback or a teacher.
give me my celebratory diaper.
the teacher stare is the more of the
Yep.
power.
And
move.
if you can figure it out,
teacher,
if
I have
he-
shit myself.
if he's wandering the hallway, look right at your principal.
There you go. That's the ultimate power move. Shit yourself in front of the principal.
Yep. Oh, and here's the thing:
Dude,
if
What's your
on your
point?
fucking couch, cushion, you fucking troglodyte.
and folks,
You can't even spell
like
chocolate.
let's say you're like a skinny kid in school.
Hey, look, that was me.
More than likely, when you get out of school, all these jocks and good-looking chicks are like triple the fucking weight. And
Listen.
like, have like 12
Listen,
kids.
I know one. He was a tall, blonde, retro game guy going friend for like the entirety of school. He gets out of school. This dude's got double chins.
I like fire.
Straight up.
Although there's one girl that looks just as hot as she did back in middle school and high school. Obviously, I'm not going to say her name.
And then there's us.
Yeah, it's just the fucking. We're just here. But like, even after having a kid, she's still pretty good looking. It's like she's kind of like a fine wine, better with age.
Listen, you want to talk like
That is a cringe joke, and you fucking know it.
Listen,
I know.
no, listen. You want to talk? You and I had this conversation earlier when you showed up at work. You don't know who aged like nothing. Chuck Norris is 86 years old. He looks like he can still go and play Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah, really.
That's wild. And then Paul Rudd plays Ant-Man, is 55 years old. RDJ is 57.
But folks, exactly. Make
All right, I'm
make horrible, cringy school jokes.
Dude, bro, just have fun. It's cool.
Have fun. Oh, I was gonna say, and don't fucking wish to be an adult. Fucking enjoy
Don't
your
it's-
young years.
Listen,
Not
I
having-
want to kill myself.
listen, listen.
You don't have to worry about fucking bills and fucking taxes
Here's
finding a fucking
Here's
job.
what I'll say: the freedom's there, but there's a lot of us we don't have time to enjoy it, and when we do enjoy it, it's not enough.
And we're half asleep because we're fucking tired from work.
And it's 3:30 in the afternoon. I need a nap.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though. One of the best feelings as an adult is like, I have nothing to do today. I could take a nap.
Yeah.
And then you lay down and sleep for like
I'll
3 hours, and you wake up feeling like the most immaculate you ever had, and yet just disgusting at the same time. You know what I mean? You wake
that the
up like a
fucking
little
truth?
bit of sweat, and you're just like,
Yeah, you have like that nasty, like dry
man,
mouth
did I
taste.
fucking sleep good?
I feel great. Look in the mirror. I still look like crap.
You stand up, there's just sweat and snot dripping from
And
your
there's
orifice.
like a trail of like drool hanging from your
Look,
chin.
you know it's
You got-
it's a good nap
you
when the
got
pillow's a
bedhead.
little wet afterwards because you fucking drooled on it.
You only got bedhead on one side of your head. You got bedhead on the one side of your head.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just didn't move.
Yep.
Now, I'll throw this out there real quick. The night before your day off is better than your day off.
Yep.
Tuesday night for me is the best night ever. I'm like, I don't gotta get up in the morning. Wait for it. Listen, you force it, you know what's coming out.
This motherfucker's over here putting the mic up near his ass area, fucking trying to push out a fart. It's gonna be a fucking shit.
You will never see him get up faster if that's what happens.
Exactly. It's like, oh shit, gets up, goes upstairs, buddy, get out of the way, I got shit.
All right, cut it, we're good. Get out of here.